never imagined the fat guy would become the true god in the apocalypse. Not only can they awaken superpowers based on their weight, they can also command thin people to dominate territories. Though movies always say the fattest die first during zombie outbreaks, you remain completely unfazed. Not only do you gorge on fried chicken and burgers daily, you even moved your bedroom into Fatmore Supermarket. All of this just to gain 500 pounds before the apocalypse arrives. Reborn into this life. Only you know the apocalypse is coming. When the hunger virus sweeps the globe, all infected organisms will waste away rapidly. Human fat will be voraciously devoured by it. Only the overweight will survive then. Those under 100 pounds will become starving beasts upon infection. If you carry enough fat reserves, once the hunger virus satiates itself, you can achieve symbiosis, mastering cellular primal energy, not only maintaining your perfect figure effortlessly, but also awakening superpowers based on fat distribution. Those with ample buttocks awaken but breathing technique. With one concentrated breath, I can cut down all injustice in this world, can gallop freely between heaven and earth, flatulence breathing first form. Those with fat bellies awaken the truth belly, transforming into the emperor of philosophy to devour all desires. 1 month ago, the hunger cells descended upon Earth, and you were fortunate enough not to be infected, managing to survive for a month relying on your small grocery store, during which you not only resisted neighbors looting, but also avoided attacks from starvation beasts. Until that day, your girlfriend of 3 years tricked you into opening the store. Instantly a dozen thugs barged in. She lay coquettishly in the arms of the blonde leader, watching it all, then said coldly, "Break his limbs and throw him out. I want to watch him get torn apart by starvation beasts. Ha ha ha. That sight will be absolutely delightful." As your arms and legs were broken, Lu Zhang's eyes remained fixed on those people until one eye was eaten, leaving only a single eye that still stared unwaveringly. Finally, all sensations ceased completely. When he woke again, he was shocked to discover he had actually been reborn 3 months before the crisis outbreak. Recalling his tragic ending, he realized that in the apocalypse, ordinary people had no right to survival, their lives were controlled by the strong. Thus he made a crazy decision and began implementing it with extreme self-discipline. He would infect himself with hunger cells to become superhuman. To increase the probability of successful transformation, the only way was to increase his body weight. He purchased large quantities of high-calorie, fattening foods and ate constantly every day, causing his weight to skyrocket. Originally weighing just 60 kilograms, at that weight there was a 90% chance infection would turn him directly into a ravenous beast, so he had to gain fat and store sufficient flesh. In just 3 months he gained 150 kilograms crazily, bringing his current weight to over 215 kilograms. Just waiting for tomorrow to get infected with the hunger cells, to gamble for the chance to master cellular primordial energy and become a superhuman. This time, he would become strong, he would seek revenge, he would do whatever he wanted. His crazy behavior over these past 3 months wasn't understood by his girlfriend, wasn't supported by his friends, and even strangers who saw him would curse at him. But none of that mattered. A strong will is one of the essential requirements to become powerful. Lu Zhang was an orphan. After his parents passed away, they left him 2 apartments and a supermarket. The supermarket occupied the first and second floors of Building 2, while the 2 apartments on the 3rd floor were also his. Now, the other apartment had been turned into a warehouse, storing large quantities of instant noodles and other easily preserved supplies. The supermarket downstairs had also cleared out all non-food items at low prices over the past 3 months, completely filling up with stockpiled goods. His excuse to the public was that the supermarket was undergoing renovations and it had been closed for business 2 months ago. After all, the supermarket property was his own, it just consumed a bit more in water and electricity bills. The next day, before 7 a.m., a light drizzle began to fall from the sky. Lu Zhang arrived at the entrance downstairs, and when he saw the faint red tint in the rainwater, an expression of anticipation appeared on his face. The neighbors saw him standing there with a strange smile and kept their distance. Among them, a woman wearing gold-rimmed glasses and a bodycon skirt, clearly an elite white-collar worker, even showed a look of disgust. She opened her umbrella and was about to leave when she heard a scream, startling her into taking a few steps back. Slipping underfoot, she accidentally leaned against Lu Zhang. This time, it was the woman's turn to scream. She turned around and immediately swung her hand at Lu Zhang's face. "Pervert!" At the same time, Lu Zhang shoved her aside and stepped into the rain, taking a deep breath. Starving cells drifted down with the raindrops, dispersing in the air. This rain would only last about half an hour, but that half hour would be enough to plunge the entire world into drastic change. Koeng, pushed down by Lu Zhang, landed hard on her rear and instantly felt as if she'd split in two. In agony, she lashed out again. "You bastard! Fat pig! Disgusting creep!" No sooner had she finished cursing than she showed a terrified expression, because Lu Zhang before her eyes began convulsing violently, his entire body trembling fiercely as he visibly withered away at an alarming speed. Not just him, many people on the street were undergoing the same transformation. Their umbrellas had fallen to the ground as they emitted faint, eerie howls. Terrified by this horrific scene, she immediately ran toward the elevator, frantically pressing the button. Suddenly, a hand grabbed her shoulder, making her jump in fright. She collapsed to the floor screaming, and turning her head, saw Lu Zhang's bloodshot eyes staring at her. He looked like he might devour her any second. Chapter 2, Awakening Superpowers. Am I Invincible? Please keep reading. The elevator doors opened to reveal an empty cabin. Lu Zhang directly dragged the woman inside. Coing cowered in the corner, trembling as she pleaded. Don't eat me, please don't eat me. Shut up. Lu Zhang let out a low growl. While he was indeed feeling somewhat hungry now, he hadn't turned into a starving beast, so he wasn't interested in living creatures and still maintained human eating habits. The reason he grabbed this woman was naturally because she had insulted him earlier. This definitely deserved proper punishment. It's the fucking apocalypse already, why should I put up with you? The elevator doors opened and Lu Zhang pulled her to his apartment. He took out a pack of sausages and began devouring them voraciously. Soon, he had finished an entire box of sausages. By this time, Coing noticed that the man still maintained normal human rationality, so she grew bolder and spoke up. Do you realize what you're doing? You're restricting my personal freedom. This is illegal. I'm leaving now, and you'd better not try to stop me, otherwise I'll report you to the authorities immediately. Because of Lu Zhang's earlier violent behavior, she felt extremely frightened and needed to say this to bolster her own courage. However, the moment she stood up, Lu Zhang's commanding shout frightened her back into her seat. Stay right there. Lu Zhang walked up to her, lifted her chin, and stared down into her eyes as he said, You just cursed at me and tried to hit me. If I let you leave so easily, wouldn't that make me lose face? I didn't. The one I met just now was clearly a huge fat man. As neighbors, Coing had seen Lu Zhang a few times before and had some impression of him, but she definitely hadn't seen him just now. Lu Zhang grinned widely. I was that fat man just now. Upon hearing Lu Zhang claim he was the fat man from before, Coing froze momentarily before recalling the fat man's features and realizing there was indeed some resemblance. Also, the clothes Lu Zhang was wearing now appeared extremely oversized. Suddenly, an explosion sounded outside, making Lu Zhang frown as he walked toward the window. Come take a look. Facing Lu Zhang's command now, Coing didn't dare resist in the slightest. She tiptoed to the window and looked outside only to witness a scene that chilled her to the bone. On the street, more than 10 cars had collided together, engulfed in raging flames and thick black smoke. Even more terrifying, numerous skeletal humanoid monsters were chasing and devouring humans. Coing collapsed onto the floor again, her eyes vacant with terror, face full of panic. Stop sitting there. Come help me with an experiment. Lu Zhang kicked her as he spoke. In the past, for a cultured beauty like Coing, Lu Zhang might have been scorned just for trying to speak with her. But now when Lu Zhang kicked her and gave orders, she had no choice but to obey. Coing was currently terrified out of her wits. Hearing Lu Zhang's command, she instinctively stood up. Lu Zhang looked at her sternly and said, From now on, you'll do exactly what I tell you, otherwise you might lose your life. Do you understand? I understand. Coing replied, still shaken. Lu Zhang nodded in satisfaction and said, Now I'm going to immobilize your hand. Try moving your fingers or pulling your hand away. Coing followed his instructions, only to discover in horror that her fingers couldn't move at all. She couldn't even feel her entire hand, and when she tried to move backward, her whole hand seemed cast in concrete, unable to budge even slightly. What's happening? Did you cast an immobilization spell on me? She asked with uneasy suspicion. Lu Zhang didn't answer her, instead continuing his experiment as he said, Now try moving. Is there any effect? Upon hearing this, Coing moved slightly and found she could actually withdraw her hand now. Immediately after, Lu Zhang took out a fruit knife and handed it to Coing, saying, Stab hard at this tabletop. With the knife in hand, Coing felt somewhat more secure. But considering the bizarre situation earlier and the world she'd seen outside, she temporarily dismissed any thought of escaping. So she thrust forcefully with both hands at the wooden tabletop, but the knife tip stopped about 10 centimeters away and couldn't penetrate further no matter what. The rebounding force from the knife almost made her drop it. What's going on? It's like stabbing at solid stone. Coing voiced her question again, but Lu Zhang still didn't answer her. Instead, he began laughing maniacally because he realized he had become invincible. Just moments ago in the rain, Lu Zhang had survived the infection from the hunger cells and obtained superpowers. His superpower was time-space freeze. He could designate any shape, any location within his psychic perception range, freezing time and spaces no larger than 1 cubic decimeter. At first glance it seemed weak, but Lu Zhang's mind raced as he conceived numerous applications, realizing he was practically invincible. Before conducting experiments with Coing, he had already performed basic tests using sausages. He discovered he could isolate and freeze any space, for instance, freezing just one eye, a single finger, or even a strand of hair on a person's body within a designated space. This ability to trigger time-space freeze on any target function like a paralysis spell, completely immobilizing the subject. For example, just now, all he needed to do was freeze one of Ko Ying's hands, and she couldn't leave that spot. Unless she chopped off that hand, she could only stay there, letting Lu Zhang do whatever he wanted. Only during the process of freezing or unfreezing a target space would it consume the primordial energy within his body. This means, if left unaltered, he could keep a certain space frozen forever. If one day his ability grows to encompass an entire person, it would be sufficient to grant someone direct immortality. Of course, the cost would be complete immobility and lack of consciousness. Unless Lu Zhang someday lifts the freeze, it would be nearly the same as being dead. Once he freezes a certain space, it becomes by default indestructible because a new spacetime barrier has been established. Unless one possesses the power to shatter spacetime, it cannot be breached. This is truly invincible defense. Lu Zhang still needed to conduct one final experiment. He created a spatial blade 1 meter long with a circular cross-section 5 micrometers in diameter, about 1/10 the thickness of a human hair, and threw a sausage towards it. The sausage was cut in half. It works! Lu Zhang showed an expression of ecstasy once again. The time-frozen space he created could take any three-dimensional shape. When he created a spacetime blade infinitely close to one-dimensional, it became the sharpest knife. J5 same MJ row F4L forbidden WX turn this document carat fill of 462 laugh.q 5% DUAMZ of 954 SB% 6 VOD buffh 09 OEH 40 F007 E2 carat 1 carat 8 597 HG 2.T9 C90 6 plus M1Y9 JA 7 FW. However, this blade cannot move on its own. Only when a target rushes forward might it be cut. Lu Zhang discovered the finest diameter he could currently master was 1 micrometer. Any smaller than that, and he couldn't continue extending it. But supernatural abilities can be upgraded. All one needs to do is extract the blood crystals from hungry beasts' bodies to absorb and enhance them. When hungry beasts devour flesh and blood, they form blood crystals inside their bodies. So all he needed to do was wait for some hungry beasts to consume living creatures, then harvest them himself. His internal primal energy was only sufficient to release the time freezing skill 10 times each with a volume of 1 cubic decimeter. Lifting the effect also counted as one use. This wasn't too little. If creating a spacetime barrier protection layer with 1 micron thickness, 1 cubic decimeter could produce 1,000 square meters, which would be more than sufficient to build a safe house. He already possessed the sharpest blade, the sturdiest shield, and could even immobilize targets. Doesn't this already make him invincible? Chapter 3. What are your plans? Don't you want me anymore? Please keep reading. Watching Lu Zhang's increasingly perverse smile grow on his face, Ko Ying felt chills run down her spine. At that moment, she noticed Lu Zhang suddenly turn his gaze toward her, causing her body to tremble instantly. I'm burning with rage right now. Come with me. Ko Ying's face turned pale. She didn't want to move at all, yet Lu Zhang's voice reached her ears like that of a devil. The outside is full of man-eating monsters. If you don't want to be thrown out by me, you'd better obey my words. Gritting her teeth, Ko Ying stood up and entered the bedroom. Over an hour later, Lu Zhang comfortably held Ko Ying with one arm while browsing news on his phone with the other hand. Tears welled in Ko Ying's eyes as she watched along, exhausted yet following his lead. See, the whole world is finished. I just awakened superpowers. I can protect you and provide food. All you need to do is obey me, understood? Lu Zhang was in a good mood. First, after living under such pressure for 3 months, he had finally obtained top-tier superpowers today. Second, with Ko Ying's help, he had thoroughly released himself, having held back for over 3 months. This sudden release felt extremely satisfying. Ko Ying watched the news, silently acknowledging Lu Zhang's words in her heart. Suddenly she looked up and said worriedly, "Oh no, could my parents be in danger?" Lu Zhang picked up her phone and handed it to her, saying, "Give them a call and ask." The call connected quickly, and the anxious voice of Ko Ying's mother Huanglin came through. "Inger, are you alright? Have the monsters hurt you?" "I'm fine, Mom. How about you and Dad? Are you under protection now?" Ko Ying asked nervously. "We're fine. There are few people at the research institute. Uncle Lee has gained superpowers and killed all those monsters. We're planning to escape to the nearby military camp for shelter. Inger, if where you are is safe, don't move around. We'll find a way to rescue you," Huang Lin said quickly. Ko Ying breathed a sigh of relief upon hearing this, then glanced at Lu Zhang beside her and said with a blushing face, "Mom, you don't need to come rescue me. Just take care of yourselves. My boyfriend has also awakened superpowers. We're together now and very safe." "What? You naughty girl, when did you get a boyfriend without telling me? But it's good now. You two stay safe. Alright, we need to move now. We'll contact again when things settle down." Having said this, Huang Lin hung up the phone, clearly indicating their situation was still urgent. Lu Zhang looked at Ko Ying with a smile. "Rest for a while. I'll go check outside." Ko Ying nodded obediently. Having just experienced intimacy for the first time with someone as rough as Lu Zhang, she indeed needed proper rest. Lu Zhang walked to the window, looking out at the chaotic world with great satisfaction. He had originally been just another member of society's bottom rung, without extraordinary opportunities, destined to never climb the social ladder in his lifetime. But now, he could completely become someone superior. Before that, he needed to properly take revenge on that bitch Lu Yujio and those punks, and of course, those ungrateful good neighbors too. If that's the case, he'd need to find some underlings. He really did need to recruit people after all. Dirty and exhausting work like digging for blood crystals was better left to subordinates. But now wasn't the right time for recruitment. People weren't desperate enough yet, they wouldn't be easily subdued. When they were utterly starving, he could descend like a savior and naturally become their leader. He first went downstairs to check the supermarket's inventory, picked out some fresh vegetables, then returned upstairs to cook an extravagant feast. Supporting the still mobility-impaired Ko-Ying to sit at the dining table, she exclaimed in surprise. Even during a post-apocalyptic outbreak, you still have the mind to cook. And so much food. Lu Zhang raised an eyebrow, first took a photo, then said, "Exactly, because it's the apocalypse that we need to live more comfortably. Enjoy each day while we can. Who knows when we might kick the bucket. What a waste that would be." Ko-Ying couldn't help but nod in agreement. That makes sense. She was feeling rather hungry too. Picking up the kanji, she took a sip shrimp and tofu porridge that melted in her mouth, prompting her to praise. "This tastes amazing. I never knew you had such culinary skills. Eat up while you can. Such delicacies will be hard to come by in the future." Lu Zhang wolfed down his food with gusto. Ko-Ying gradually let go of her inhibitions too, eating heartily without concern for manners. Soon enough, she leaned back in her chair, accidentally letting out a satisfied burp before blushing and glancing at Lu Zhang only to find him still eating voraciously. "You really can put it away," Lu Zhang said with a smile. "Superpowers consume cellular energy. Eating more helps me recover faster." Hearing him mention superpowers, Ko-Ying couldn't help asking curiously, "Your superpower is amazing. What exactly is it? Can I awaken superpowers too? And why were you so fat before but now look like this?" "My ability is classified. Just know I'm very strong. You can't awaken powers once infected, you'd turn into those monsters. As for my current appearance, don't you like it? Did you prefer my original size?" Lu Zhang answered point by point. Ko-Ying quickly shook her head. "No, I prefer how you look now. I remember you used to be this slim before. How did you get so fat then?" Lu Zhang sighed, fabricating lies effortlessly. "Back then I suspected my girlfriend was cheating, so I became like that to test her loyalty. Turned out she not only wanted to break up but also demanded half my assets as compensation." Ko-Ying's eyes widened as she said, "Girlfriends don't have the right to claim property division. How could she do that?" Lu Zhang looked at her in surprise upon hearing this, never expecting to meet a girl with such sound values. "After you finish eating, go rest some more. Check the news online and think about your future plans," Lu Zhang said while continuing to eat. "Future plans? Are you saying you don't want me anymore?" Ko-Ying panicked. Having just lost her most precious possession, she had already subconsciously regarded this place as her current sanctuary. Lu Zhang's words came as a shock. A fear of losing protection gripped her heart. "Of course you'll be staying with me from now on, but you should have some thoughts of your own. Or do you plan to just lie in bed waiting for me forever?" Lu Zhang asked. Hearing his last sentence, Ko-Ying blushed and couldn't help retorting, "You shameless rogue. I'll go think about it." Ko-Ying returned to the bedroom while Lu Zhang finished off all the remaining food. "These are all good things, fresh vegetables. In the future, if I create a safe house and don't go out, obtaining them will be very difficult unless I gather a group of followers to risk their lives picking them from rural fields for me." Picking up his phone to check, he discovered many people in his class group, property owner group, and former colleague group were crying for help. The starving beasts will never stop killing. They will continuously seek fresh flesh and blood to feed on. Many people hid to avoid being eaten. Official emergency lines were all busy, there were simply no rescue forces available, leaving everyone in panic and anxiety. Lu Zhang looked at everyone's messages, yet revealed a complacent smile. With superpowers at hand, he was practically invincible, enjoying high security. With enough food to last 2 or 3 years, he became even more emboldened. After some thought, Lu Zhang sent a message to Lu Yujiao. "Jiajiao, where are you? I'm so worried about you. I have enough food here to last us several years, come over quickly." He sent the message along with a photo of that sumptuous meal from earlier, revealing an expectant smile. Since his ability was relatively passive in nature, it was most appropriate to stay put and wait, let that bitch come to him herself, preferably bringing along that brother leopard in his gang so he could properly teach them a lesson. Before that happened, he could first entertain his wonderful neighbors. Chapter 4: The beautiful neighbor comes seeking help. Please keep reading. Lu Zhang watched with great interest as his neighbors' pleas for help flooded the group chat. "Auntly, what a calamity. What's happening outside? Has everyone gone mad? I still want to go square dancing. How am I supposed to go now? Aunt Zhang, what should I do? I've called my son several times but can't get through, and the authorities' lines are busy too. Does anyone know my son? Please help me find him. The tanned youth, hahaha, the apocalypse is here. My era has finally arrived. Xingxue, we're running low on food at home. Would any kind neighbor be willing to lend me some? I'm willing to pay double the price if needed. Landlord Uncle Air, everyone, listen to me, don't panic. Trust the authorities, they will surely come to rescue us. Let's wait safely at home for help. Neighbors in need should assist each other. Lu Zhang noticed Uncle Air had specifically mentioned him. Landlord Uncle Air, Lu Zhang, you run a supermarket, so you must have plenty of food at home. Everyone needs supplies, distribute some to them. Once we overcome this crisis, everyone will surely frequent your supermarket more. Aunt Li, that's right. Lu Zhang, hurry and bring me a tray of eggs. We're out of eggs at home. My grandson wants steamed egg custard and I need to make it for him. Reading these messages, Lu Zhang almost burst out laughing. Uncle Air's words sounded noble, but in his previous life, his supermarket was almost ransacked by people led by this very man. Aunt Li was no saint either, she always played the age card. That little brat grandson of hers once nearly set Lu Zhang's supermarket on fire. When confronted about her grandson's wrongdoing, she had only one remark. He's just a child, why make a big deal out of it? Now is not the time to deal with them yet. The truly desperate moment hasn't arrived, so Lu Zhang put his phone aside, pretending he saw nothing. Opening his computer, he played a game when Coing came out. I want to go home to get some clothes. Lu Zhang turned his head and asked, which floor is your apartment on? The 10th floor. She answered quickly. Lu Zhang nodded and said, alright, I'll go with you. The elevator isn't working now and might malfunction anytime. We'll take the stairs. He wasn't sure if the elevator would break down, but if chaos occurred, it could cause problems. There was no need to take such unnecessary risks. Then, the two left the 3rd floor and entered the stairwell. Lu Zhang carried a pre-prepared baseball bat, wearing rubber gloves and a mask with goggles. With superpowers at his disposal, he feared no one, but extra precautions were just prudent measures. Coing followed carefully behind him, not because Lu Zhang wanted to shield her from attacks, but because he feared this woman might panic and run back, causing him unnecessary trouble. The two successfully reached the 10th floor and entered Coying's room. Lu Zhang directly lay down on her bed. Coing spent over an hour tidying up and even took a shower. Seeing her fragrant long legs, Lu Zhang pulled her over abruptly. Ah, what are you doing? Coing screamed in surprise. Lu Zhang didn't respond verbally but answered with actions. Coing was extremely exhausted. Today, they couldn't go downstairs. Lu Zhang thought to himself that he had already sealed the doorway with a spacetime barrier anyway, so nothing inside could spoil. They might as well rest here tonight. Ko Ying's room was exquisitely decorated, clearly showing she was a high-ranking white-collar worker. And now such a woman could only obey his commands. This was the benefit brought by formidable power. In the blink of an eye, it was 3 p.m. the next day when knocking sounds interrupted the intimate moment between the two. Coing had slept for a whole day but still hadn't rested enough, so Lu Zhang had to go open the door. He came to the door and peered through the peephole to see a voluptuous woman outside whose face seemed dewy fresh, looking somewhat anxious. Lu Zhang didn't open the door immediately but asked cautiously out of vigilance, "Who is it?" Ruan Qingxue outside the door was momentarily taken aback by the question, then asked hesitantly, "Who are you? Is Coing home?" She remembered Coing was single and had never seen her bring a man home before. "I'm Ko Ying's boyfriend," Lu Zhang replied. However, Ruan Qingxue outside suddenly seemed to remember something and asked further, "Are you Lu Zhang, the owner of the supermarket downstairs?" "Yes, that's me. What's the matter?" Lu Zhang inquired. Ruan Qingxue thought the man behind the door might be dangerous. The supermarket had been closed for nearly 3 months, and she could barely remember Lu Zhang's appearance. This man suddenly appearing in single woman Ko Ying's room seemed rather suspicious, but she dared not visit other floors even more. So she had no choice but to steel herself and put on a pitiful appearance as she said, "I have no food left at home. Could you please ask Coing for me to give me some food? I have a little daughter, we really need some food, please." Lu Zhang recalled this person's name. After all, he still remembered one of the few great beauties in this building. She was that Qingxue from the owner's group chat, skilled at playing weak to gain sympathy. In his previous life, Lu Zhang had been scammed out of quite a few things by her. This time, trying to scam again. No way. So his eyes shifted cunningly as he smiled. "You can have food, but in this current world, food means survival. What can you offer in exchange?" I don't know." Ruan Qingxue was momentarily at a loss. "Then come back when you've figured it out. By the way, we'll be going downstairs around 5 o'clock. My supermarket is full of food, you'd better think fast." Having said this, Lu Zhang directly walked away from the door, never opening it the entire time. Returning to the bed, Coing asked, "Who was at the door?" Ruan Qingxue came asking for food. Lu Zhang said casually. Coing exclaimed in surprise, "Has she run out of food so quickly? Sister Ruan is struggling to raise little Tian Tian alone, did you give her any?" "Of course not." Lu Zhang looked at her and said, My resources aren't free for anyone to take without paying a price. Think about it, you gave yourself to me in exchange for my protection. Why should I just hand out food because they ask? Wouldn't that be unfair to you? Koing pondered briefly after hearing this, then nodded. You're right. Yes, they should pay a price too. Satisfied, Lu Zhang lifted her chin and kissed her. That's my girl. Every resource we lose means one less day of survival. You've figured it out yourself. You've rested enough, go wash up properly while we still have water. We're returning to the third floor before 5. Koing couldn't help rolling her eyes and snorted. This is all your fault anyway. Are you trying to restart our little war? Lu Zhang glanced at her and asked. Now that he had become a superhuman, although there wasn't much increase in strength, he had indeed unlocked cellular primal energy, giving him abundant stamina. Having been penned up for so long, he could easily fight for 3 days and nights without any issues. If it weren't for the fact that this girl truly couldn't take it anymore, he definitely wouldn't have let her off so easily. No. Koing was so frightened that she quickly fled the bedroom. Outside the door, Wan Qingxue noticed the commotion inside had ceased. She lightly bit her lip and returned to her own home. Her 2-year-old daughter Tian saw her mother return and came running on her little short legs, her eyes full of hopeful expectation as she asked, Mommy, did elder sister give you any tasty treats? Chapter 5 Exchange. From now on I'll be your dog, seeking follow-up reads. Hearing her daughter's words, Wan Qingxue forced out a faint smile. Elder sister isn't home right now. Mommy will think if there are other ways later. Here's a piece of candy, you can have this first. She took out the last white rabbit creamy candy in the house that could still provide some energy and handed it to Tian. But Tian gave it back to her, saying, Mommy, you eat it. Wan Qingxue hugged her tightly, unable to hold back her tears. When she was giving birth at the hospital, her husband got into a car accident due to driving too anxiously. After she delivered the baby, she was informed of her husband's passing. Fortunately, she received some compensation money, allowing her to raise the little girl alone. But now, with the world outside turning like this, she could barely survive herself. How could she take care of her daughter? Suddenly, she thought of the supermarket downstairs. There should be plenty of food there. Half an hour later, watching her sleeping daughter on the bed, she made a decision. She returned to Ko Ying's doorstep and knocked on the door. Lu Zheng came over and, seeing it was still her, asked, Have you made up your mind? What will you trade with? Under Lu Zheng's teasing gaze, Wan Qingxue trembled as she spoke. Myself. I can help you with laundry, cooking, and anything else. I just hope you can provide food for me and my daughter continuously. Lu Zheng showed a smile, opened the door while still holding the baseball bat. Go pick up your daughter and come downstairs with me. For him, enjoyment was the most important. Koing couldn't cook, so having Wan Qingxue do the cooking would allow him to play games. Of course, Wan Qing's would probably be quite entertaining too. Koing walked over, watching Wan Qingxue leave, then turned to ask, You agreed to her. What terms did she use to persuade you? Lu Zheng answered without concealment. Herself. She'll be my servant, and I'll provide food for her and her daughter. From now on you'll be Mrs. Lu, and I'm getting you a servant. How will you thank me? Koing couldn't help but open her mouth slightly, saying incredulously, You clearly want this for your own enjoyment. Why use me as an excuse? Don't you want a servant to take care of you? Then I'll refuse her. Lu Zhang pretended to say, No. She's had it hard enough, let's just leave it at that. Koing actually felt a small secret delight in her heart. After all, while the outside world had turned into that terrible state, she still had no worries about food and drink, even enjoying servant care. A slight comparison was enough to give her that sense of superiority. Just moments ago, she'd seen many people in her classmates and colleagues groups complaining about terrible hunger. Humans were such creatures not distressed by scarcity but by inequality, always deriving pleasure from comparison. Following Lu Zheng's instructions, Koing packed everything into a large bag, then simply let it roll down the stairs. Lu Zhang walked ahead, followed by 2 women and a little girl. Before long, the group descended and arrived at the 3rd floor. Lu Zheng's 2 apartments on the 3rd floor were both large 3-bedroom units. He pointed to a secondary bedroom and said to Wan Qingxue, You'll live here from now on. Go prepare dinner now. Then he looked at the little girl and smiled. Is your name Tian? Come with uncle, I'll give you some delicious treats. The little girl looked at her mother nervously, and Wan Qingxue bent down to encourage her. Go ahead, uncle promised mommy he'd give you treats. This statement seemed to be reminding Lu Zheng of his promise to her. Lu Zheng took out the chocolates and various candies he had used for weight gain before. Seeing so many delicious treats, little Tian's eyes immediately lit up. Thank you, uncle. She happily started eating while Lu Zheng watched Wan Qingxue put on an apron and enter the kitchen. She had a special charm about her, which made him quite pleased. Suddenly, the door was knocked again. Lu Zheng's heart leaped with joy. Could there be another beauty needing help from their kind neighbor? But when he reached the door, he found 2 men outside, one looking refined and scholarly, the other appearing fierce and intimidating. Lu Zheng recognized them. One was Zhang Yunlong, the other Zhang Yunhu. The brothers worked in construction. The elder handled contracts while the younger managed workers, with some shady connections in the background. In their previous lives, these two quickly fought their way out of the building. What happened afterward remains unknown, but it's certain they didn't awaken any superpowers. Lu Zhang, open the door now, or I'll get someone to smash up your supermarket, Zhang Yunhu shouted angrily while pounding on the door. Hearing this, Lu Zhang narrowed his eyes and said to Koing beside him, "Take Sweetie inside to play. Things might get a bit bloody later." Koing obediently complied, while Wan Qingxue came out and asked, "What's happening?" Lu Zhang waved his hand and said, "Nothing important. Cooking is the priority now. Just focus on making dinner, I'll handle everything." Ruan King still looked worried. Unaware that Lu Zhang possessed superpowers, she tightly gripped her kitchen knife and stood her ground. When Lu Zhang opened the door, Zhang Yunhu roared viciously, "The fuck took you so long to open? Hiding women in there?" As he spoke, his eyes lit up upon seeing Ruan Qingxue standing there in an apron, kitchen knife in hand, her face tense with concern. "Boss, it's her. I wasn't lying to you. Just now I saw Lu Zhang bringing 2 women downstairs, and she was one of them." "Stop yelling. So damn noisy." Lu Zhang couldn't be bothered listening to their nonsense anymore. He directly used time-space solidification on both of them, fixing approximately 1 cubic centimeter of bone in their foreheads and each of their limbs. This was more than enough. Unless they shattered their own bones, there was no way they could move. The 2 men immediately discovered their bizarre situation. Lu Zhang revealed a cruel smile and asked, "Does it feel like you can't move?" Zhang Yunhu said fearfully, "What did you do to us?" Lu Zhang picked up the rubber gloves nearby and directly slapped them across his face, hitting him over a dozen times before saying, "Your filthy mouth stinks too much. Let me tell you, I've mastered a superpower. Forget just restraining you, killing you would be effortless." As he spoke, he picked up the baseball bat again and gave each of them a hard smack on the buttocks. "I didn't say anything, why hit me?" Zhang Yunlong, still wearing his suit, grimaced in pain and couldn't help speaking out. If the son is not taught, it's the father's fault. As the elder brother, you bear great responsibility for his misbehavior. Coincidentally, I'm currently in need of some subordinates, so I'll spare your lives for now. But you must obey my commands, otherwise it's death. Understood. Lu Zhang glared at the 2 men and shouted, "We understand. Please release us from this restraint, it's unbearable." Lu Zhang smiled and nodded, then released Zhang Yunhu's restraints. The next moment, the guy threw a punch at Lu Zhang. Then he was immobilized by Lu Zhang again. Shaking his head, Lu Zhang picked up a nearby knife and grinned cruelly. "It seems I have no choice but to kill you." The 2 men immediately begged for mercy in panic, but Lu Zhang still thrust the knife forward. Zhang Yunhu screamed as a bloody hole appeared on his buttock. Soon after, Zhang Yunlong's buttock also gained a new hole. "Damn it! Tiger Huzi, you fucking behave yourself and listen to Brother Lu's orders, understand?" Taking another stab wound because of his younger brother, Zhang Yunlong felt both humiliated and furious, yet completely helpless. "Brother Lu, Lord Lu, dear father. I know I was wrong, I'll be your dog from now on, whatever you say goes, please spare me." Chapter 6. Petty men run wild when they gain power. And I am running wild. Please keep reading. The usually domineering and vicious Zhang Yunhu now lay whimpering like a dying dog, begging Lu Zhang for mercy. If it weren't for the current lack of available men, Lu Zhang would have disposed of trash like this immediately. But for now, they still needed to serve as pawns. Lu Zhang first took out a medical kit, then released control over both men, saying coldly, "Go treat your wounds on the staircase before coming back in. Don't even think about escaping. That was your last chance. Next time, I won't spare your lives." "Yes, we understand." The 2 quickly agreed and went to treat their wounds on the staircase by the door, while Lu Zhang turned his gaze to Wan Qingxue, who stood speechless in shock. "Why are you just standing there? Go cook dinner and immediately add portions for 2 more people." Wan Qingxue suppressed her curiosity and obediently went to cook. If before she had still harbored some wishful thinking, believing that with Koing present, Lu Zhang wouldn't really do anything to her, now she was completely submissive. Even the Zhang brothers, Dragon and Tiger, were needed by Lu Zhang like putty. How could she, just a weak woman, possibly resist? From online information, this global crisis outbreak was like doomsday in movies. Having a powerful protector like Lu Zhang was actually the best possible choice. For example, right now they wouldn't have to worry about food for quite some time. Before long, the meal was ready. Lu Zhang had Wan Qingxue, her daughter, and Koing eat at one table, while he sat with the Zhang brothers. When Zhang Yunlong saw there was even chilled beer on the table, his estimation of Lu Zhang rose even higher. They had already missed 2 meals, and here was this guy with both beautiful women and alcohol. Damn, there was just no comparison. He first poured a glass for Lu Zhang, then picked up another bottle and said, "Brother Lu, we were blind to Mount Tai's greatness earlier and offended you and sister-in-law. I offer my apologies, bottoms up." After speaking, he directly chugged an entire bottle of ice-cold beer. Lu Zhang raised an eyebrow, watching Zhang Yunhu, who was about to do the same, and said, "Both of you sit down. I see you just want to drink my liquor." Zhang Yunhu gave an awkward chuckle, obediently putting down the bottle as he replied, Master Lu, it's all my fault for angering you. Rest assured, from now on I won't hesitate for even a second to do whatever you command. Then if I order you to fight those monsters outside, would you go? Lu Zhang asked with an ambiguous half-smile. Zhang Yunhu showed an embarrassed expression before gritting his teeth to say, I'll go. Give the order now and I'll head out immediately. Whether he meant these words sincerely or was merely putting on an act didn't matter. Lu Zhang would make sure they obeyed. Alright, let's eat first. Even if I want you to go fight monsters outside, it'll have to wait until tomorrow. Half an hour later, after they finished eating, Wan Qingxue cleared the table. Lu Zhang said to the Zhang brothers, You should know very well what's happening outside. To put it simply, the apocalypse has come, everything's been reshuffled. Monsters are everywhere, and ordinary people like you would die the moment you step out. Absolutely right. Only superhumans like Boss Lu can defeat those monsters. Zhang Yunhu chimed in. Lu Zhang took a sip of hot tea and continued. In any society, there are those who live well and those at the bottom. Follow me and you'll keep living the good life, staying at the top. Understood, we'll follow your lead. Zhang Yunlong flattered as well. I'm not short on supplies. The supermarket on the lower 2 floors is packed with all kinds of food, enough to feed 100 people for a year or more. But just hiding here will eventually be overrun by monster hordes. Currently there are still many people active outside, so those monsters haven't launched frenzied attacks on people inside the buildings. But once food runs out outside, we'll definitely come under attack. For safety's sake, we need to consider this in advance. Tomorrow we'll have to try killing monsters. You two should mentally prepare yourselves tonight. Go now. This isn't your place to stay. After speaking, Lu Zhang directly waved his hand, signaling the two could leave. The brothers exchanged a glance before returning to their home on the 6th floor. Watching them leave, Koing came over and said, These two clearly don't seem like good people. Why did you take them in? Lu Zhang pulled her close and laughed. They're just tools. Whether they're good or bad doesn't matter. What matters is whether they can be useful. With more and more monsters wandering outside, if we don't take some measures and get surrounded, we'll be in deeper trouble. These two can help me handle things. It's good you have plans, but you must be careful about safety. I don't want to see you get hurt, Koing said with concern. Watching the elite white-collar worker who had looked at him with disdain and disgust just yesterday now speaking softly with concern, Lu Zhang felt quite pleased. He was just a petty person with a petty mindset. As the saying goes, small men become reckless when favored by fortune, and that's exactly what was happening now. Filled with self-satisfaction, of course he wanted to laugh heartily. Suddenly, Koing sensed something, her face turned red, and she quickly got up from Lu Zhang's embrace, saying shyly, I'm tired and need to rest. I'll lock the door, don't come looking for me. She truly couldn't handle it and could only avoid the battle by closing the door. Having just eaten his fill, Lu Zhang had abundant cellular energy in his body. With a beauty in his arms, of course he had certain reactions. Watching the fleeing figure in the body-hugging skirt, he couldn't help feeling some regret, then turned his gaze to Wan Qingxue. Well, an apron would do too. Noticing Lu Zhang's gaze, Wan Qingxue gritted her teeth, stood up and said, I'll go put Tian to sleep first. Lu Zhang nodded and waited in another room. Half an hour later, the door opened. The next day, Wan Qingxue, who had been dry for 2 years and was now nourished again, looked radiant as she got up early to prepare breakfast. Outside, the roars of hungry beasts could be heard from time to time, but she felt no fear or panic. That man had given her an immense sense of security, a feeling she hadn't experienced since her husband's passing. After the 4 of them finished breakfast, the Zhang brothers appeared at the door. The 2 brothers had debated all night whether to come find Lu Zhang today, but ultimately decided to come. There was no other reason. Lu Zhang's abilities were too powerful, too bizarre, and he was truly ruthless. If they truly angered him, they might really be killed. Lu Zhang took out 3 sets of equipment, rubber gloves, masks, goggles, and a watermelon knife for each set. I'll wear 1 set and each of you take 1. Put them on. These items can prevent infection. Later follow my instructions to lure the monsters to the doorway. I'll immobilize them, then you finish them off. Understood. Zhang Yunhu trembled slightly as he asked, Boss, Brother Lu, are you really making us lure the monsters? Lu Zhang said coldly. You can choose to refuse, then I'll kill you first and have someone else do it. Zhang Yunlong slapped Zhang Yunhu on the back of his head, scolding, Do whatever Brother Lu says. The old man already said he'd immobilize the monsters. What are you afraid of? Hurry up and gear up, we're going out. At this point, they had no choice but to obey Lu Zhang's commands and become pawns in his hands. Chapter 7, Blood Crystals. I'm even more invincible. Please keep reading. The perception range of the starving beasts is limited. Their vision and hearing are impaired, relying mainly on smell and cellular energy perception of flesh. Based on Lu Zhang's experience, their detection range is about 7 or 8 meters. Within that distance, they'll notice prey. The residential area was infested with wandering starving beasts. When the crisis erupted, it happened to be morning rush hour. Many residents had gone downstairs to commute to work only to get infected and turn into monsters. Of course, some with ample vitality survived and transformed into superhumans like Lu Zhang. Zhang Yunlong and Zhang Yunhu, the two brothers, walked downstairs holding watermelon knives, with Lu Zhang following behind them. When they reached the first floor lobby, their legs were trembling uncontrollably. Not far away, two hungry beasts were prowling. They moved slowly when not in hunting mode to conserve energy. Someone had observed that a hungry beast that had never fed could still remain vigorous after a month, easily able to catch up with an ordinary person. Lu Zhang's primordial energy sensing range was about 10 meters, so he couldn't take risks himself and needed pawns like the Zhang brothers. Move faster, Lu Zhang commanded. At this moment, he appeared like a complete villain, forcing his subordinates to fight monsters with their lives. The Dragon Tiger brothers exchanged glances, gritted their teeth, and quickly charged toward the monsters, with Lu Zhang following behind them. When they entered the sensing range of one hungry beast, it suddenly pounced at them like a cannonball. The two brothers froze in terror, then whirled around to flee only to collide with each other and tumble to the ground. Useless. Lu Zhang shook his head, raised his hand to immobilize the starving beast about to bite them, then similarly froze another charging beast before kicking each brother. Get up now. Staring at the snarling monsters mere inches away, they scrambled to their feet, gripping watermelon knives as they flanked Lu Zhang. Why stare? Kill them. Aim for the eyes. They hastily obeyed. There were two ways to kill a starving beast: destroying its brain to eliminate consciousness, though this left the hunger cells alive, meaning any scratch or blood-contaminated wound would turn victims into similar monsters. Yes, ordinary people can get infected, but those who awaken origin energy won't. However, when starved beasts consume superhumans, they also evolve, but let's not dwell on that for now. The second method to kill a starved beast is to destroy its heart. Starved beasts primarily control their bodies through the origin energy in their blood. Once the heart is destroyed, the origin energy supply is cut off. Moreover, this is also where blood crystals condense. Dig out their hearts. Hearing Lu Zhang's command, the Zhang brothers looked uneasy. They never expected Lu Zhang to have such peculiar preferences. Could this guy have been a deranged serial killer who enjoyed digging out hearts before the apocalypse? But they didn't dare disobey. Gritting their teeth against the revulsion, they sliced open the chests of the two monsters and extracted their hearts. Ha! There seems to be something inside, Zhang Yunhu suddenly exclaimed, having felt a hard lump inside the heart. Upon retrieving it, he discovered two thumb-sized blood-red crystals. Over there, Zhang Yunlong also found one. Seeing these objects, Lu Zhang couldn't help but reveal a smile. This is exactly what I was looking for. These are called blood crystals. I read online that when superhumans absorb these, they can enhance their abilities. Zhang Yunhu's eyes lit up as he asked, "Boss, if we ordinary people absorb them, could we become superhumans too?" Lu Zhang smiled and said, "You could try. Some people online ate them and turned into monsters." Zhang Yunlong smacked Zhang Yunhu's head again and scolded, "Are you stupid? You don't even have superpowers. How could you absorb this stuff? These things are probably covered in monster-infected germs. If an ordinary person so much as touches them, they might turn into a monster, let alone absorb them." After saying this, he respectfully handed the blood crystal to Lu Zhang. "Boss, here you go." Lu Zhang stored them in a bag he had prepared earlier, released his control over the two monster corpses, and then said, "Let us head back first." Once inside, Lu Zhang rinsed the blood crystals with water, held them in his hand, and began absorbing them using the method he had read about online in his past life. There wasn't really any special method, just letting his skin sense the blood crystal and willing it to be absorbed was enough. In the next moment, a surge of heat transmitted from the blood crystal. After about a minute, the crystal in his hand turned ash gray before dispersing into powder. Lu Zhang felt his primal energy had increased significantly. If originally it was 10 points, now it should be 11 points. This equated to a 10% increase. He attempted to extend his perception and indeed found its range had expanded to 11 meters. Simultaneously, the maximum spatial volume for temporal solidification increased by 1/10 from its original 1 cubic decimeter. This represented tremendous improvement. If utilizing this additional primal energy to create spatial temporal barriers, it could cover several hundred square meters. He promptly absorbed the remaining two blood crystals, each contributing another 10% increase. Thus, his cellular primal energy reached 13 points. Perception range expanded to 13 meters, significantly enhancing safety. If it could reach 100 meters, everyone in the entire building would be under his control with a single thought. Invincible. I'm becoming even more invincible. Enthused, Lu Zhang summoned the Zhang brothers again. Reaching the building's entrance, he pointed at a spot on the road and said, "Go lure them over. As long as you run within 10 meters of me, I guarantee you won't get hurt, no matter how many come." The two men looked at the 7 or 8 prowling hunger beasts over there, their legs trembling uncontrollably again. Just 2 hunger beasts had nearly scared them to death earlier, this was 7 or 8. They were genuinely terrified. Lu Zhang took out a pack of panda cigarettes and handed one to each of them, saying, "Finish smoking and get going. No dawdling. Get this done today and I'll give each of you a whole pack." We'll open a bottle of mutai tonight too. Though he treated them as tools, they were still human after all. To use them effectively, one needed to combine kindness with severity. Hitting them with a stick then giving them a sweet date was most appropriate. The two men took deep drags of their cigarettes, then each grabbed a machete and charged forward together. Lu Zhang had already explained to them their job was just to lure the monsters over. The machetes were merely for courage. If everything went smoothly, they wouldn't actually need to use them. They hadn't charged forward for long before 6 starved beasts chased them back. When they entered the 13-meter range, Lu Zhang released 3 temporal flying blades behind them. The reason these starved creatures were called beasts was because they ran on all fours like wild animals. Of the 3 flying blades Lu Zhang deployed, one targeted their heads, another aimed at their chests, and the last one went for their 4 legs. As the beasts charged forward recklessly, the nanoblades sliced them into quarters. In the span of a single breath, 6 starved beasts became piles of mangled flesh, thoroughly dead this time. The 2 brothers glanced back, immediately lifted their masks and vomited violently. The scene was excessively bloody and nauseating. Yet Lu Zhang wore the joyful expression of farmers during harvest season, urging, "Hurry up and dig out the blood crystals." Chapter 8. Let's find those helpful neighbors for assistance. Seeking follow-up reads. From the 6 starving beasts, a total of 14 blood crystals were extracted. One of the beasts didn't yield any, meaning it hadn't consumed enough flesh to condense even a single blood crystal. Not bad at all. Lu Zhang still chose to absorb them first before continuing to hunt monsters. Any strength gained is strength worth having. After absorbing the 14 blood crystals, his primal energy reached 27 points and his perception range dramatically increased to about 27 meters. This range felt quite safe now. With nearly 30 meters of range, he had ample reaction time. Even if a bullet were to come flying in, he was confident he could react in time and stop it. The trio continued harvesting the starving beasts in the residential area. As his strength grew, Lu Zhang's courage expanded too, venturing farther from his home. By noon, Lu Zhang's primal energy had risen to 49 points. They pressed on through the afternoon, and by dusk, they pulled off a big haul, luring over 20 starving beasts at once. This time, they collected a staggering 33 blood crystals. A full day's effort boosted Lu Zhang's primal energy to 123 points. But when his perception range reached around 100 meters, each additional point of primal energy only increased his perception distance by 0.1 meters. Though somewhat limiting, it wasn't a major issue. A 100-meter perception range is more than enough. In the evening, Zhang Yunlong poured Lu Zhang a glass of baijiu and filled his own to the brim. "Brother Lu, our performance today was rather lacking. We've made fools of ourselves before you," Zhang Yunhu also added with an ingratiating smile. "Exactly, Lord Lu. Actually, I'm not normally this timid, it's just my first time seeing this. Tomorrow I won't show any hesitation," Lu Zhang, while enjoying Wan Qingshua's massage, remarked. "What, do you two actually want to keep doing such dangerous work?" Zhang Yunlong, being quick-witted, immediately caught the implication and his eyes lit up. "Brother Lu, are you suggesting we could find others to take our place?" "Exactly. I care about results. You work for me to lure the monsters, but it doesn't have to be you personally doing the luring. Who you get to do it depends on your methods," Lu Zhang said with a smile. Actually, he could safely kill monsters by himself now, but he deliberately chose this approach to make them find those helpful neighbors to assist. Zhang Yunhu immediately thought of those people upstairs, a ruthless glint flashing in his eyes as he said, "Don't worry, Boss Lu, we'll definitely get the job done. After eating, we'll go recruit people immediately." Lu Zhan nodded. The specific execution would depend on their own arrangements. It was the 3rd day of the apocalypse. Most city residents had basically run out of food. Given the fast-paced urban lifestyle, storing 3 days' worth of provisions was already considered common practice. Some who shopped daily for food were struggling even more to hold on. As the 2 brothers left to capture people, Lu Zhang picked up his phone to check messages. The internet and electricity hadn't been cut off yet. Many people were crying for help in group chats. "Granny Lee, oh dear. We've run out of food. Lu Zhang, hurry up and bring me some. I'll pay you, how about that?" This old hag never actually intended to pay from the beginning. Landlord's second uncle, Lu Zhang, are you too fat to move? Fine then, we'll come down to get it, just open the door for us. This message was sent around 2 p.m. Lu Zhang couldn't help but frown, then turned to Ko Ying and Wan Qingxue to ask, "Did anyone knock on our door this afternoon?" Seeing them shake their heads, it seemed the landlord's uncle and others hadn't made their move yet. This uncle lived in Unit 1. To get here, they'd have to go downstairs from Unit 1 first, then enter through Unit 2's entrance where the starving beasts originally were. They probably didn't dare come now. But if they got desperate enough from hunger, they would definitely come. No matter. When they come, he'd deal with them one by one. He couldn't be bothered to go find them himself. Although he could currently sense every living person in the entire building, he had no intention of taking direct action against them. That would ruin the fun. Having complete control meant he could take his time playing. Leaning against Ko Ying's thigh, Lu Zhang looked at Lu Yuzhou's profile picture and noticed she had replied to his message. After leaving Lu Zhang's place that day, Lu Yuzhou had checked into a 5-star hotel called Paradise City. Thinking she would soon get 1 million yuan and an apartment, she felt justified in splurging a little to celebrate. S equals yum to arc that H4AZ6F plus 5 ND, F pi 9 FFMS for FBSV60 KJX $9V0 BMJ for 7 P0 Q7142 WK1CTA105 equals C7 plus equals 2x greater than 9, 8, 9V6, S91 high 9D7 F equals S. But her shriveled stomach stopped her from doing so. After some thought, she sent a reply message. Lu Zhang, come save me quickly. I'm at Lekan Hotel. If you can get me out of here, I promise I won't leave you anymore. Thinking about Lu Zhang's currently massive physique that made even walking difficult, let alone saving someone, Lu Yuzhou was just trying anything in desperation as she casually sent the message. She placed no real hope in Lu Zhang, instead pinning her hopes on someone labeled Brother Leopard in her contacts. After adjusting herself, she sent a voice message to Brother Leopard in a sweet, coquettish tone. Brother Leopard, where are you? I'm all alone at Lekan Hotel and so scared. Could you come save me? I know you're the best, Brother Leopard. Huang Tianbao was Lu Yuzhou's middle school classmate. Some time ago when she went out for barbecue with her girlfriends, they ran into him. At that time when she was being harassed, it was Huang Tianbao who stepped in to help. These days he'd been constantly flirting with her, which was why she adopted such an intimate attitude now. Lu Yuzhou hurriedly took out her remaining snacks, only for Huang Tianbao to furiously slap her across the face. God damn it. This is all you've got. Go find more. Chapter 9. I eat crackers while you dine on red wine and foie gras. Please keep reading. Lu Yuzhou stared at Huang Tianbao in disbelief, her voice trembling. You actually hit me. Huang Tianbao delivered another hard slap, snarling. Who the hell do you think you are? Of course I can hit you. Now go find me food, or I'll throw you out to feed the monsters. This slap shattered all of Lu Yuzhou's romantic fantasies. Having been spoiled by Lu Zhang for too long, she had forgotten society's cruelty. She mistook this blonde stranger's arrival as her romantic destiny, unaware she'd invited a vicious thug instead. As Huang Tianbao's companions leered at her with ill intent, Lu Yuzhou shuddered and prepared to flee. She suddenly noticed a message had arrived on her phone, sent by Lu Zhang. I can't go out right now, baby. You come over. I've got everything here, look, roast duck, braised pork trotters, seafood like lobster, foie gras, and more. I can't even finish all this myself. I'm afraid it might spoil after the power outage, so I'm eating like this every meal. Whatever I can't eat just gets thrown away, such a waste. Below the message were attached photos. Judging by the furniture visible, this was indeed Lu Zhang's home, and those dishes truly appeared to be his regular daily meals. While I'm hiding in a hotel eating crackers, you're at home drinking red wine and eating foie gras. Thinking of the humiliation she just suffered, waves of jealousy and resentment immediately welled up inside her. She turned to Huang Tianbao and said in a sweet voice, Brother Bao, I know where there's plenty of food. Look, this is a message and photos sent by my ex-boyfriend. He owns a supermarket stocked with enough supplies to feed all of us for a whole year. His place isn't far from here, it's in Longwan residential area. Find him, and we won't lack for food. Huang Tianbao gulped involuntarily when he saw those messages and photos. Damn, how could anyone eat this well? But there are monsters everywhere outside now. It's not safe going from here to Longwan residential area, Huang Tianbao said with a frown. At this moment, one of his underlings spoke up. Boss, I've noticed these monsters become sluggish around noon. We could make our move tomorrow at midday. I know a spot where we can climb over without using the main gate, avoiding those creatures. Huang Tianbao nodded, then suddenly slapped Lu Yuzhou across the face, shouting, What are you standing around for? Hurry up and find us some food. When I get hungry enough, I'll eat you instead. Lu Yuzhou immediately grabbed Feng Shuya's hand to search for food. When they were finally out of earshot, Feng Shuya complained. It's all your fault. Why did you provoke them? Now we weak women have to find food for them. Even if we encounter monsters, they'd probably push us out as bait. Lu Yuzhou said through gritted teeth. At least he came to rescue me, unlike that fat bastard Lu Zhang who only knows how to stuff his face. Feng Shuya couldn't help recalling that photo from earlier and swallowed hard before saying, That guy really eats well. No wonder he weighs 400 pounds. Rich people are outrageous. Tomorrow we'll go take his food and make him watch serves him right for angering us. Oh, and quickly message him to stop eating and save the good stuff for us. Lu Yuzhou thought this made sense. Delicacies like seafood were limited, better they end up in her stomach than be wasted on that fat pig Lu Zhang. So she picked up her phone and sent a reply message. Darling, I'll come to see you tomorrow at noon. You must save the foie gras, lobster, and all my favorite dishes for me. Since you're already so overweight, why not skip meals for a couple of days and go hungry? In her eyes, all the food in Lu Zhang's home now belonged to her. If Lu Zhang ate even one more packet of instant noodles, it would be considered a wasteful act. When Lu Zhang saw her reply so quickly, his eyes lit up. She's coming over this soon. Hopefully not alone. What if something happens to her on the way? How could he take revenge then? So he quickly asked, "Sweetheart, are you coming alone tomorrow? Don't do that, it's too dangerous. Bring more people to protect you. When they arrive, I'll treat them to delicious food as thanks." Seeing Lu Zheng's concern for her safety, Lu Yujiao proudly said to Feng Shuya, "Look, this guy is still worried about me." Though inwardly scornful, Feng Shuya put on an obsequious smile. Of course, our beautiful Jiajiao's charm is just that powerful. These despicable men, every single one of them thinks they're a toad lusting after swan's flesh. In good spirits, Lu Yujiao replied to Lu Zhang, "Don't worry. I happen to meet my junior high classmate brother Bao. They'll escort me there tomorrow." Seeing this message, Lu Zhang couldn't help but smile. What a double blessing. He had thought his earlier interference might prevent them from coming together, but unexpectedly they still managed to group up, making it convenient to deal with them both at once. Great. Please thank brother Bao for me. When they arrive, I'll make sure to give them proper hospitality. Seeing Lu Zhang's reply, Feng Shuya nearby couldn't help but sneer. Is this guy some kind of cuckold? Actually telling you to thank brother Bao. How exactly does he expect you to thank him now with your body? Lu Yujiao gave Feng Shuya a shove and rolled her eyes. What nonsense are you spouting? This guy used to treasure me most. He'd get upset if any other man so much as touched my hand. He probably just didn't think that far ahead. Though Feng Shuya didn't voice it, she thought sarcastically, he treated you so well, yet you're still going to betray and leave him. Alright, let's hurry and find some food. Otherwise, brother Bao's gang might really throw us to the monsters. The two snapped out of their pleasant fantasies about tomorrow and actually managed to find some food by sheer luck. Though far from enough to fill everyone's stomachs, it would at least serve as an explanation. After getting the food, Huang Tianbao slapped Lu Yujiao again. Fucking useless. Only found this tiny bit of food. If we don't get enough supplies from your ex-boyfriend tomorrow, I'll fucking kill you. After saying this, he divided the provisions among his men. They were truly starving. With darkness fallen and complete silence around, they didn't dare make much noise for fear of attracting monsters. After eating, they found a comfortable room to rest. As for finding women for exercise who still had the energy for that. On the other side, Koing noticed Lu Zhang smiling while playing with his phone resting on her thigh and asked nonchalantly, "What are you playing that's making you so happy?" Lu Zhang shifted upward, pressing his head against a soft spot as he showed the phone screen to Koing, grinning. "My ex-girlfriend is coming tomorrow, of course I'm happy." Koing glanced at their chat messages on the phone and immediately grew jealous. "Is she very pretty? Aren't me and Xingxue jia enough for you?" Hearing this, Wan Xingxue immediately realized their affair from last night had been exposed. Blushing, she lowered her head and quickly led Xiao Tian back to the room to put her to sleep. Lu Zhang answered without any attempt to hide it. Chapter 10. Do be gentle with this younger sister. Please keep reading. Of course not enough. My stamina keeps increasing. You two combined aren't sufficient, especially when you're so weak in battle. Lu Zhang made no attempt to conceal his desire for more. Having been reborn in this world, taking enormous risks and enduring public scorn to obtain formidable abilities all for the sake of enjoying life to the fullest, he felt no need for pretense. Though Koing thought Lu Zhang's words sounded exactly like those of a scoundrel, she truly couldn't refute them. If she had already recovered completely, Wan Xingxue wouldn't have had any opportunity at all. Her only response was to clamp Lu Zhang's head between her arms, pressing her ample peaks against him forcefully as she said indignantly, "Humph. I don't care. No matter how many women you have in the future, you must never abandon me." She was an intelligent woman who understood that in their current circumstances, powerful individuals would naturally claim more resources, women being one such resource. Unable to stop Lu Zhang, she could only fight to secure sufficient benefits for herself. Feeling her passion, Lu Zhang laughed heartily. "Don't worry, you're my current girlfriend. The others are just lovers. As for this ex-girlfriend, you know how she treated me. How could I let her off? Having her come is to properly punish her. No one can shake your position." Hearing these words, Koing showed a satisfied smile, lowered her head to give him a fragrant kiss, and said with a laugh, "I'm not up for it today. Let Xingxue accompany you instead. Tomorrow, I'll serve you properly." Lu Zhang wrapped his arms around her in return, holding her like a soft pillow, and chuckled. "Tonight probably won't be quiet for a while. Let's call Xingxue and play some board games." Koing immediately thought of something. "You mean the Zhang brothers will make their move?" Lu Zhang nodded. "Although I can guarantee their safety, they're still facing monsters after all. They don't want to take the risk themselves, so they'll need to find replacements before tomorrow morning's operation." As he spoke these words, Zhang Yunlong and Zhang Yunhu from the 6th floor had already learned the general situation of the residents in this unit through group chat, and they first came to the 7th floor. The resident of room 701 was a woman named Song Yinlian. Zhang Yunhu knew she was a hostess, having chatted with her on the phone earlier. With just a knock, the door opened. Zhang Yunlong spoke up. "Do as we agreed on the phone. Help us get this done, and you won't lack for food and drink." Upon hearing this, Song Yinlian replied in a coquettish tone, Don't worry, Brother Long. With my skills, getting them to open the door is easy. There's just an old man in 702. Watch me work my magic to get him to open up. As she spoke, she swayed her hips towards room 702. Zhang Yunlong and Zhang Yunhu positioned themselves on either side of the doorway, giving Song Inlian a meaningful look. She knocked hurriedly, and footsteps could be heard from inside. Uncle Wang, I just heard what sounded like monsters outside my room. I'm so scared. Could I please take shelter in your apartment? Wang Baoshuang peered through the peephole at Song Inlian's charming appearance, his heart instantly filled with joy as he directly pushed the door open. Don't be afraid, Uncle Wang will protect you. The next moment, Zhang Yunhu kicked him to the ground, pointing a machete at his face while snarling. Don't make a sound, or we'll kill you. Wang Baoshuang was so terrified he nearly had a heart attack, quickly nodding. Then he saw Song Inlian's look of utter contempt, making him flush with shame and anger. He felt his lifelong integrity had been completely destroyed. The Dragon Tiger brothers found rope to tie up Wang Baoshuang, gagged him, and took his house keys. These people needed to be dealt with one household at a time. This was the easiest method. Zhang Yunlong had thought everything through. First have Song Inlian use seduction or pitiful acts to trick people into opening their doors, then subdue them separately. They weren't entirely sure exactly how many people Lu Zhang needed to attract the monsters, but to ensure they wouldn't be chosen themselves, of course they'd capture as many as possible. Actually, there aren't many people in this building. The crisis broke out during working hours, so those who worked at distant companies had already left by 7 a.m. Those remaining in the building were mostly elderly and children. Unit 801 was empty. Unit 802 had two young men sharing the apartment. Both were white-collar workers without any physical strength, easily subdued by the Longhu brothers. From now on, you two will follow us. Whatever food we have, you'll get your share too. Understand? Zhang Yunlong barked at the two men. The two exchanged glances and nodded obediently. Zhang Yunlong then signaled Zhang Yunhu to untie them. The binding procedure was necessary, otherwise these men wouldn't feel properly intimidated. After releasing them, Zhang Yunhu pulled Song Inlian over and said, "Do good work, and tonight this woman will entertain you." Their eyes immediately lit up. If not for their lust-clouded judgment earlier, they wouldn't have been tricked into opening the door. Now discovering this reward, they grew visibly excited. Song Inlian then coquettishly protested, "Brother Hu, I only want to play with you." Zhang Yunhu grabbed her hair roughly and said fiercely, "You'll do whatever I tell you to do." Zhang Yunlong scolded, "Huzi, let go of alien." Zhang Yunhu released Song Inlian, who quickly hid behind Zhang Yunlong. Zhang Yunlong grasped Song Inlian's shoulders with a kind smile. "Alien, don't worry. We won't let you work for nothing. If you please these brothers well, I promise you'll get 3 meals a day from now on." Since Song Inlian was already in the trade, she quickly weighed her options. She walked between the two men, embracing their arms left and right, and said coquettishly, "Big brothers, please be gentle with me." Feeling her softness, the two men grew excited. The programmer named Young Fan spoke first. "Brother Long, Brother Hu, I'll follow you from now on." The engineer named Zhao Feng also chimed in. "Me too. Brother Long, Brother Hu, just give us your orders." In this chaotic world, having food, drinks, and women, what more could one ask for? Zhang Yunlong and Zhang Yunhu exchanged glances and smiled. Good. From now on, we're all brothers. They had performed this scene many times before. Zhang Yunhu always played the bad cop, while Zhang Yunlong played the good cop. Though the routine was old, it was effective in winning people over. Now they had the combat strength of 4 young men, which made them even more intimidating to the remaining people. Next, they tricked their way into each room one by one, tied up the remaining individuals, and confined them in a room on the 6th floor. Originally, Zhang Yunhu suggested putting them on the 4th floor, but Zhang Yunlong, concerned about disturbing Lu Zhang's rest, ultimately chose the 6th floor instead. The next morning, sensing the two brothers at the door, Lu Zhang had Ruan Xingxue open it. Once inside, Zhang Yunlong said respectfully, "Boss, we've got everything arranged. We can set out any time." Lu Zhang nodded and replied with a smile, "Good. There's a bag of rice, 2 boxes of noodles, and a solar-powered induction stove there. After we're done, you can take them upstairs and cook for yourselves. You can decide how much to give the people downstairs. Come, sit down and have breakfast with us first." Chapter 11, No One Touches My Grandson. Please keep reading. Thank you for your generosity, Master Lu. Zhang Yunhu happily plopped down, opened a bottle of liquor, first poured a cup for Lu Zhang, then one for his elder brother, keeping the remaining half bottle plus for himself. He knew Lu Zhang, like his elder brother, didn't like drinking too much. Just a small taste would suffice, so the rest belonged to him. Lu Zhang snorted coldly and said, "All you know is stealing my mutai." Across the street at the entrance of the community, there's a supermarket that probably still has plenty of supplies left. This afternoon we'll take more people and clean it out. Zhang Yunhu chuckled and said, "Whatever you say, boss. I'll just follow your orders." Zhang Yunlong, however, had some concerns and said, "Brother Lu, there are at least 100 monsters left in the residential area, and even more outside. If we're carrying supplies, can we really escape?" Lu Zhang waved his hand and said, "With me here, no matter how many come, I'll kill them all. As long as you follow the route I give you, not a single monster can get close to you." He had absolute confidence in this. As long as he used space-time flying blades to create a passage, these people would make perfect bait, not only safely transporting supplies but also attracting hordes of hungry beasts to their doom. With Lu Zhang's assurance, Zhang Yunlong felt relieved. Although they hadn't known each other long, they understood full well how formidable brother Lu's methods were. Precisely because of this, neither of them harbored even a thought of resistance. After finishing breakfast, Lu Zhang followed them downstairs. In the first-floor lobby, 4 people were already waiting. 2 young men saw the Dragon Tiger brothers descending and called out in unison, "Brother Dragon! Brother Tiger!" Zhang Yunhu said to them, "This is Master Lu. Our boss, pay your respects." Yang Fan and Zhao Feng had seen Lu Zhang before. Having rented here for 2 years, they naturally remembered this supermarket owner. But at this moment, they didn't say much. Even the Dragon Tiger brothers had to address him as master, so what were they worth? Thus they shouted in unison, "Greetings, Master Lu." The 2 people they were holding were none other than Uncle Wang and Auntie Li. When Auntie Li saw Lu Zhang, she immediately cried out, "Lu Zhang, save me quickly. These youngsters are no good, forcing an old woman like me to lure monsters. Save me, and I promise I'll only buy from your supermarket from now on." Lu Zhang ignored her, looking at the Dragon Tiger brothers with a half-smile. Was this not properly arranged? Upon hearing this, Zhang Yunhu immediately stepped before Auntie Li, kicked her squarely in the stomach, then grabbed her hair and snarled, "I warned you to obey, or we'd throw your grandson downstairs to join you. Do you understand now? The wicked will be tormented by the wicked, they say." Auntie Li, who usually acted outrageously and took advantage of her seniority, was now trembling like a leaf in the wind, repeating, "I'll do as you say, don't hurt my grandson, please don't hurt my grandson." Uncle Wang on the other side was similarly terrified, not daring to resist at all. Lu Zhang spoke up, "Get them equipped and move out. This morning we're not just clearing the monsters in the compound, but also those at the entrance." Upon receiving the order, the Longhu brothers immediately forced Uncle Wang and Auntie Li to move forward with Yang Fan and Zhao Feng. Soon they spotted a pack of starving beasts, at least 14 or 15 of them. Actually, these were already within Lu Zhang's detection range, meaning he could immobilize these monsters anytime, but he chose not to. One should always keep some capabilities in reserve. Never show your full strength to anyone. Keeping an ace up your sleeve ensures longer survival. You go first this time, lure them over. Hurry up, or we'll use your grandson as bait. Zhang Yunhu waved the watermelon knife threateningly in front of Granny Li's face. Granny Li trembled with fear at the sight of those monsters, her legs shaking as she muttered, "This is downright sinful. So many grown men bullying an old woman like me." Though complaining verbally, she still inched forward gradually. She genuinely feared Zhang Yunhu might throw her granddaughter out. These people clearly weren't to be trifled with. To put it bluntly, she was the type who bullied the weak but feared the strong. Seeing Lu Zhang's gentle demeanor, she'd boss him around, but against the Zhang brothers, she could only submit helplessly. As she moved too slowly, Zhang Yunhu roared again, "If you don't lure them here within 3 minutes, your grandson gets thrown down. I've already sent word to the people upstairs." At this, Granny Li gritted her teeth and actually charged straight toward those monsters at full speed, screaming, "Ah! Nobody touches my grandson." When she entered the monsters' detection range, they seemed to sense her presence simultaneously and all pounced toward her, frightening her into turning tail and running. Astonishingly, she now ran faster than even the young men could. Who could tell this was the same old woman who would demand seats from young passengers on buses? However, 2 particularly large and well-fed beasts among them had clearly consumed much flesh, making them significantly faster. Before Granny Li could run 20 meters, they were almost upon her. Yang Fan, Zhao Feng, and the others watched this scene with trepidation. Only 50 meters separated them from those monsters, and they were already contemplating immediate retreat. Suddenly, they witnessed an utterly horrifying sight. The ferocious monsters appeared to collide with 4 incredibly sharp blades, their bodies instantly sliced into 5 sections, becoming heaps of minced flesh in the blink of an eye. The blood-craving starving beasts cared nothing for what lay ahead, rushing to their deaths one after another. In the blink of an eye, more than 10 starving beasts were all dead, their corpses piled up like a horrifying mass grave. Aunt Li stumbled accidentally, thinking she would be devoured any second. But when she turned her head, she discovered the monsters had already been reduced to piles of minced meat. Zhang Yunhu said to Yang Fan and Zhao Feng, "Follow me." The 3 men rummaged through the pile of carcasses and managed to collect a total of 26 blood crystals, quite a fruitful harvest. After handing the blood crystals over to Lu Zhang, Zhang Yunlong said to the group, "Let's go, onward. Uncle Wang, you're next to lure the monsters. As you've seen, as long as you reach a certain distance, Master Lu will take action and kill them all. As long as you run fast enough, there won't be much danger." "Understood." Yang Fan and Zhao Feng suddenly had looks of realization. No wonder Brother Long and the others weren't panicked at all earlier, and no wonder they addressed Lu Zhang as Master Lu. This man was truly a master. With such formidable abilities, he indeed deserved to be called master. With the successful experience behind them, the subsequent work proceeded much more smoothly. There weren't many starving beasts left in the residential complex. Compared to the abundance of flesh and blood on the streets, there were too few people remaining in the complex, so most of the monsters had run out during the initial stage. After clearing one last batch at the entrance, the group returned to the complex to rest at noon. Lu Zhang took the blood crystals to his room to absorb them when his phone buzzed with a message from Lu Yujiao. "Darling, we've set off. We'll be at your place in 20 minutes at most. Save all the delicious food for me, don't you dare sneak any." Chapter 12, Kneel Down and Lick It Clean. Please keep reading. Lu Zhang glanced at it but didn't reply, simply waiting for their arrival. The most important thing right now was still absorbing the blood crystals. After his strength increased, the speed at which he refined a blood crystal became much faster. This time, he harvested a total of 128 blood crystals, raising his origin energy limit to 251 points, while his perception range expanded to 125 meters. Each additional meter means another increment in safety, something truly worth celebrating. The spatial range of his single time stop also increased to 25 cubic decimeters, which is quite substantial enough to completely immobilize a human head without issue. For a person, once their neural activity is halted, their body is left with nothing but instinctive reactions. If used against a starved beast, no matter how powerful it is, as long as its heart is frozen and deprived of energy supply, won't it be completely at his mercy. He was already strong before, now he is even stronger. Just then, a commotion arose downstairs. Someone was knocking on the supermarket's entrance. Lu Zhang glanced at his phone again. Lu Yujiao had sent a message saying they had arrived downstairs and asked him to come open the supermarket. The fun is about to begin. He stepped out of the bedroom and found Wan Qingxue standing anxiously to the side. Seeing him emerge, she quickly said, "There's a group of people outside who look really aggressive." Lu Zhang waved his hand and said, "I know, don't worry about it. Go back to cooking." After speaking, he glanced at Koing nearby. "My ex-girlfriend is here. Let's go give her a warm welcome. Wait, let me change my clothes first." Thinking about meeting this senior, Koing felt she needed to present herself in the best possible way to completely overshadow her rival. But Lu Zhang pulled her into an embrace and complimented. "You're already beautiful enough. No need for more dressing up. Let's go." Saying this, he ignored Ko Ying's protests and went out the door. The Longhu brothers were already waiting outside with some people, and they all followed Lu Zhang downstairs. Downstairs, Huang Tianbao was still having his underlings violently pound on the door. They'd noticed there didn't seem to be any monsters in this residential area, so they weren't worried about attracting unwanted attention. Thus they knocked with reckless abandon. At this moment, Lu Zhang emerged from the lobby with his group, causing Huang Tianbao and his men to immediately stop and turn their attention toward them. Lu Yujiao stared at Lu Zhang, who was holding an intellectual beauty in his arms, pointing at her in disbelief as she asked, "You're Lu Zhang. How did you lose weight? Who is she? Why are you holding her?" Lu Yujiao appeared furious, like a little girl whose toy had been snatched away, so agitated she seemed ready to jump up and down. Koing spoke up. "I'm Brother Zhang's first wife. What's wrong with Brother Zhang holding me? Who do you think you are to tell me what to do? Impossible. Lu Zhang, you deliberately found a woman to anger me, didn't you? You just messaged me calling me baby earlier." Lu Yujiao still refused to believe it. It wasn't that she didn't want to break up with Lu Zhang, but rather she couldn't accept being the one who got dumped. "What the hell are you barking about? We've already broken up. Why are you still bothering me? And you even brought these blonde thugs to break down my door. Think you're special or something?" Lu Zhang roared angrily. These words left Lu Yujiao and Feng Shuya dumbfounded. They had originally thought Lu Zhang was just a big pushover, coming this time to take advantage of him, but instead got thoroughly scolded. Their faces burned as if splashed with boiling oil. Hearing this, Huang Tianbao and his gang all darkened their expressions. Especially Huang Tianbao, seeing Lu Zhang and his group come out together, he had sensed they weren't easy to provoke, so he hadn't directly challenged them. Yet Lu Zhang openly provoked them, which he couldn't tolerate. Being just a street thug, he lacked any dignified restraint when displeased. His immediate response was violence. "So you're Lu Zhang? Be smart and open the supermarket door for us. This place belongs to us from now on, or don't blame us for being impolite." Zhang Yunhu immediately flared up at these words. "How fucking dare you speak to Lord Lu like that? Come kneel and apologize, or I'll skin you alive today." His imposing manner was formidable. Already large built, now with Lu Zhang as his powerful backer, he spoke with absolute confidence. His very first words made Huang Tianbao and his men shiver. These small-time hoodlums can't compare to the Zhang brothers, who have connections in both legal and underground circles. But Huang Tianbao wouldn't back down at this moment. He pulled out a switchblade from behind him and said coldly, "Come at me." Huang Tianbao has never been afraid of anything. Oh, so brave. Truly unafraid. Excellent. Just the kind of talent I need. Ahu, tie them all up. After lunch, we'll use them as bait. I've got a half-formed idea that could use some testing. As Lu Zhang spoke, he immobilized both the heads and legs of Huang Tianbao and his gang. Why can't I move? What did you do to me? Huang Tianbao exclaimed in shock. I can't move either. His underlings echoed in chorus. Zhang Yunhu and his men naturally understood this was Lu Zhang's doing. They immediately produced pre-prepared ropes, binding each captive's hands behind their back, rendering an ordinary person effectively combat-ready, then strung them together with another rope to prevent any escape attempts. Seeing her relied upon Brother Leopard and his men being taken away like chicks and imprisoned, Lu Yujie was truly dumbfounded. Meanwhile, Feng Shuya nearby hurried forward with a flattering smile. Brother Zhang, I'm innocent. I'm just a weak woman who followed Lu Yujiao. I want to report she always saw you as a cash cow. It was her idea to bring those people to rob your supermarket. I didn't do anything. This woman did have some charms, though not as beautiful as Koing. She could be considered pretty, with that coquettish manner that neither Koing nor Wan Xingxue possessed. However, she was no good person either. In his previous life when he was killed, she had played no small part in pushing things along. Sparing her was impossible. A thought flashed through Lu Zhang's mind, and he beckoned to her with a smile. Come here. Hearing this, Feng Shuya's heart leaped with joy. From what she just witnessed, Lu Zhang clearly possessed the superpowers some people online talked about and had already become the leader here with an entire supermarket's worth of supplies. Following him would surely guarantee a life of luxury. That fool Lu Yujio had been blind, letting go of such an excellent man to chase after violent scum like Brother Leopard. That's societal trash. Now, this man would be hers. She hurried to Lu Zhang's side, about to speak, when she saw him dip a finger into the melted chocolate from his pocket and say coldly, "Kneel. Lick it clean." Feng Shuya's smile froze, flickering through expressions of struggle before she decisively knelt before Lu Zhang. Holding his hand with both of hers, she extended her tongue and meticulously licked away every trace of chocolate. When she finished, she flashed a seductive smile. So delicious. Thank you for your generous gift, master. Lu Zhang patted her head and she actively straightened her body to make it easier for him to touch. Ah, very good. You're quite sensible. From now on, you'll be my dog and I'll provide you food. After speaking, he glanced at Lu Yujiao, who immediately bristled like a cat and shouted, I, Lu Yujiao, would rather starve to death, die of thirst, or be eaten by monsters than become your dog. Chapter 13. Being Lu Zhang's dog isn't so bad. Please keep reading. Hearing this, Lu Zhang showed no reaction and directly turned to enter the building. Feng Shuya, who followed last, glared fiercely at Lu Yujiao. Watching their departing figures, Lu Yujiao wanted to say something but couldn't find the words, so she could only watch indignantly as they disappeared. After looking around, she headed towards Unit 1. After going upstairs, Lu Zhang told the Dragon Tiger brothers to go back and rest for lunch, instructing them to set out for monster hunting when called in the afternoon. Looking at Feng Shuya following behind, Lu Zhang said coldly, a dog should behave like a dog. Feng Shuya trembled at these words, then knelt on the ground, supported herself with her hands, and crawled to Lu Zhang's side. Only then did Lu Zhang nod in satisfaction. Noticing her dirty appearance, he waved his hand and said, go wash up first. Don't dirty the floor. After speaking, he patted Ko Ying's buttocks, instructing her to fetch a simple set of clothes for Feng Shuya. While Feng Shuya went to wash up, she discovered upon returning that Lu Zhang and the others had already started eating. Braised fish, cola chicken wings, kung pao chicken, and more 6 dishes and a soup, along with fragrant rice, all substantial dishes. Poor thing, she had only eaten 2 biscuits over the past 2 days and was starving, but she didn't dare approach the table. She quickly crawled to Lu Zhang's feet and pleaded, Master, I'm so hungry. Please give me some food. Lu Zhang patted her head and said with a smile, dogs only get leftovers. You'll have to wait until we finish eating. Feng Shuya swallowed hard, not daring to argue, and could only continue lying at Lu Zhang's feet, waiting to be fed. The moment she decided to kneel down, she had abandoned all notions of dignity. All she wanted now was to fill her stomach and survive. Wan Xingxue, witnessing this scene, couldn't help but feel pity and spoke up. Let her eat something. She looks like she's gone hungry for quite a few meals. Lu Zhang replied indifferently. If she comes up to eat, then you'll be the one eating down there. Hearing this, Wan Xingxue trembled, her face turning pale. She immediately understood this was Lu Zhang's warning to her, making it clear that she was merely one of his playthings, not someone important enough to make any requests. At best, she was only slightly higher in status than Feng Shuya, who was currently prostrate on the floor. She promptly fell silent, focusing instead on serving Lu Zhang more attentively, filling his bowl and picking choice dishes for him, doing everything she could to please him. This was exactly the effect Lu Zhang wanted. With Feng Shuya serving as such a contrast, Koing and Wan Xingxue could clearly recognize their positions. They merely existed by clinging to Lu Zhang's life and should not overestimate their own importance. In this world, there's no shortage of beautiful women. They are not irreplaceable, and the consequences would be unbearable for them. The meal soon concluded, with Lu Zhang not finishing everything. Some braised fish, chicken wings, and other dishes remained. Ruan Qingxue knew Lu Zhang had a big appetite, so she always prepared extra portions. Even these leftovers amounted to quite a lot, and when poured into the canteen-style tray specially prepared for Fang Shuya, it already seemed like a lavish feast to her. She lay on the floor, eating rapidly. Ruan Qingxue's cooking skills were good, and the ingredients weren't poor quality either, so Fang Shuya savored even these leftovers with relish. This was the best meal she'd had in days. There was even some red wine to drink. This unconsciously planted a thought in her mind. Being Lu Zhang's dog isn't so bad after all. Thinking from another perspective, being a dog just means being a pet, not needing to do anything, just making the owner happy. Isn't this exactly the life she wanted? No worries about food and drink, being kept by a man, only needing to please him. Thus she accepted her current identity with even greater ease. After eating her fill, she came to Lu Zhang's side and said softly, "Master, I know foot massage. Let me massage your feet." Lu Zhang waved his hand. "We'll talk about it tonight. Not needed now. Go lie down or watch some drama." To ensure his mental entertainment wouldn't be lacking, Lu Zhang had downloaded many novels, movies and TV series during the 3 months before the apocalypse, to pass time. Of course, if he failed someday and turned into a monster, these would naturally become useless. Now they were mostly used by Koing and Ruan Qingxue for entertainment. He himself spent time either playing games or playing games with women, rarely watching dramas. Maybe he could find some dancers when there's a chance to enjoy the pleasures of ancient monarchs. This could count as a small goal. After resting for a moment, he got up and left. The Dragon Tiger brothers had already brought Huang Tianbao and one of his underlings to the lobby to wait. They left the residential area and came to a crossroads. They made Huang Tianbao and that man stand facing each other, then used time-space freezing ability to immobilize their heads, hands and legs. Immediately after, they made cuts on both men's buttocks, causing blood to flow out and the smell of blood to disperse. "What are you doing? Let me go quickly. Monsters will come. Let me go. Grandpa Lu, I beg you to let me go." Huang Tianbao surrendered. He wasn't that courageous. He knew very well that the smell of blood could spread far, and those man-eating monsters had the most sensitive sense of smell. Trapped here, he would surely be torn apart within 2 minutes. Lu Zhang ignored him and led everyone to retreat. From a distance, they could already see hungry beasts charging toward Huang Tianbao and the other man. As the monsters drew closer while he remained completely immobilized, Huang Tianbao felt his pants grow wet with urine. To his greater discomfort, he could also feel that his companion's pants had similarly soaked through. Both men screamed in terror, attracting even more monsters to their location. Just as Huang Tianbao thought his death was imminent, he saw the first monster suddenly sliced into 7 or 8 pieces 3 meters away from him. Then came the second, the third, until all monsters were dead, their accumulated flesh forming a bloody circular barrier. This barrier was naturally Lu Zhang's doing, a ring of spatial blades. The circular flying blades were arranged vertically from the ground up, placed every 30 centimeters. 7 layers in total created a defensive height of exactly 2.1 meters. Not even the enhanced, giant-sized hungry beasts that crouched low could surpass this height threshold. In this single encounter, 40 to 50 hungry beasts were slaughtered. More hungry beasts continued charging from nearby areas. Lu Zhang observed that the piled-up flesh and blood were interfering with the temporal flying blades. After some consideration, he added 3 additional blades at varying distances and heights along each of the 4 pathways. This way, some starving beasts would be killed halfway, while those that made it to the center still couldn't actually reach Huang Tianbao and his companion. In less than an hour, at least 300 starving beasts had been diced into pieces. Seeing the increasing number of beasts gathering around, Lu Zhang realized there were far more hidden starving beasts in the vicinity than he had imagined, so he deployed several more temporal flying blades. Another hour passed, and over 1,000 starving beasts lay dead. Many survivors in the area witnessed this remarkably efficient slaughter scene. One group immediately decided to join Lu Zhang's side. Chapter 14, A Eunuch. I refuse to become a eunuch. Please follow for updates. Lu Hua was originally a 300-pound overweight man. Coming from an average family background, his physique made it particularly difficult to find a partner. Now 28 years old, he worked as a truck driver. He had resigned himself to spending his life alone, but when the hunger cells descended, he not only transformed into a lean 130-pound handsome man, but also successfully awakened superpowers. After releasing primordial energy, his entire body became as hard as steel. He named his ability Iron Man. Using this power, he could directly tear apart hunger beasts with his bare hands, successfully gathering former colleagues and rescued survivors to form a small group, becoming their leader. But he was deeply aware of the limitations of his ability. While he could protect himself, if too many hunger beasts attacked, his followers would have to fend for themselves. Just protecting the current 11 people was already making him feel strained. When he witnessed what was happening at the crossroads, it shocked him profoundly. After all, up to now, he had only killed 30-some hunger beasts, while that superpowered individual across the way had slain over 1,000 in one go and was still killing. That kind of power was clearly what a leader of a large organization needed. Only such a person could win the support of the overwhelming majority. After discussing with several colleagues, he decided to go down alone first to talk with the other party and see what kind of organization they were. Thus, Lu Zhang met Lu Hua, who came to visit a burly man standing about 1.88 meters tall. I'm Lu Hua, also a superhuman. I was just shocked to see how your team had two brave brothers stand inside the circle as bait to lure and kill those monsters, so I came to pay my respects. May I ask who the leader is? Seeing Huang Tianbao and the other man standing motionless inside the circle without being tied up or anything, he assumed they had volunteered to be bait and deeply admired their courage. Zhang Yunhu took the initiative to introduce. This is our boss, Lord Lu. Hearing this, Lu Zhang waved his hand and said with a smile, Brother Lu, you can just call me Lu Zhang or Brother Lu. I'm the superhuman here. I warmly welcome talents like you. Would you be willing to join us? Lu Hua showed a troubled expression and said, if it were just me, I'd agree immediately. But I have brothers under my care, and without knowing the conditions here, I can't recklessly bring them along to join you, Brother Lu. Lu Zhang stood up with a smile. Follow me, and you'll have food, shelter, guaranteed safety. At most, you'll just need to do some material transportation work, and necessary enjoyments can certainly be arranged. As he spoke, he made an expression that all men would understand. Suddenly, Lu Hua's expression changed as he asked, Brother Lu, you don't force women here, do you? Of course not. I only help them make the right choices for a better life. He said this righteously, as if he wasn't the same person who had dragged Koing into his room that day. Lu Hua relaxed and nodded in response. Brother Lu, I'll go discuss this with them. If everyone agrees, we'll come join you. I hope you'll accept us then. Good, I'll be waiting here for your answer. Lu Zhang patted Lu Hua's arm in a friendly gesture. After Lu Hua left, Zhang Yunhu couldn't help but speak up. Boss, he's also a superhuman. If we let him join, might it affect your position? Lu Zhang chuckled lightly. You're worried he'll affect your positions, aren't you? Zhang Yunhu awkwardly scratched his head, nearly forcing a smile without answering. Lu Zhang continued. This world is destined to be ruled by superhumans in higher positions. Although you two have been with me the longest, as my influence grows, many superhumans will join us. So maintaining your current positions unchanged is impossible. However, as my confidants representing my will, even if these superhumans join, each will have their own supporters. So in a way, as long as I remain the boss, your positions won't be shaken. Those hungry beasts are revolving. As the leader, I can't handle everything personally. Some dangerous tasks must be delegated to other superhumans. Recruiting such people is absolutely necessary. You need to adjust your mindset. Upon hearing this, Zhang Yunlong whispered, Boss, we understand. We're like the eunuchs serving under you while they're the generals leading troops. We'll always stand by your side. Eunuchs. I don't want to be a eunuch. Zhang Yunhu instinctively widened his eyes in protest. He certainly didn't want his manhood removed. Lu Zhang sighed helplessly and waved his hand. Alone, properly educate Ahu. He's completely brainless. Immediately, Zhang Yunlong pulled Zhang Yunhu aside to explain. Before long, Lu Hua arrived before Lu Zhang with 11 people in tow. Most of the surrounding starved beasts had been drawn away and eliminated, so they encountered no danger during their approach. This is Brother Lu. Address him as Brother Lu. Lu Hua introduced to the others. The group greeted in unison, to which Lu Zhang responded with a smile. Good. From now on we're all brothers working together. Perfect timing. We need manpower to transport supplies. Everyone, come along. Lu Zhang used his spatial flying blades to create a safe passage leading to the supermarket opposite the residential gate. Combined with the fact that most starved beasts had been drawn to Huang Tianbao's duo at the crossroads, the transportation process proceeded with complete safety. This two-story supermarket contained ample supplies: milk, instant noodles, and various packaged foods. Using carts procured from the residential complex, they transported load after load back into the compound, eventually delivering everything to Building 2 Unit 2 where Lu Zhang resided. Although the household and supermarket held considerable supplies, the growing number of dependents accelerated consumption rates. Therefore, acquiring more provisions was absolutely necessary. With water and electricity supplies cut off starting today, Lu Zhang needed to promptly use his time-freezing ability to preserve perishable goods. The large-scale transportation of supplies into Building 2 Unit 5 didn't escape the notice of the compound's residents. Among them, Lu Yujiao, currently staying temporarily in Building 1 Unit 202, observed the activity most clearly. Gnawing on a stale piece of bread, a precious offering the male tenant had begged from his wife for her, she found the sight particularly bitter. What had initially seemed like a valuable gift now turned to ashes in her mouth as she watched the abundant supplies being carried into the neighboring unit. Inside Unit 202's bedroom, the lady of the house Luo Zijuan could be heard hissing at her husband Wang Su in a hushed voice. What were you thinking? We barely have enough food for ourselves. It'll only last until tomorrow morning. By noon we'll have nothing left, and yet you brought this woman in. Do you want me and our child to starve? Wang Su said ingratiatingly. She's been starving alone for days. I was just being kind, you know I'm a compassionate man. Otherwise, I wouldn't have risked my life to save you back then, and you wouldn't have married me, right? I'll find a way to borrow some food later. I saw them moving lots of supplies into Unit 1, they must have plenty. I'll go borrow some. I won't let you go hungry. Luo Zijuan gritted her teeth but ultimately nodded helplessly. Her husband was truly a good man, with an overly kind heart, the very reason she'd fallen for him. But now borrow. Who in this world would still lend food to others besides you? Chapter 15. I'll go beg them, this was your idea. Please keep reading. The supplies weren't what pleased Lu Zhang most, those blood crystals were. Huang Tianbao and his subordinate brought Lu Zhang a large batch of blood crystals. After final collection, the count reached 2,326. In excellent spirits, Lu Zhang rewarded everyone with 2 ham sausages and 1 spicy chicken claw each. This reward wasn't included in the daily 3 meals, making it an exceptionally rare blessing for those constantly hungry. Of course, Lu Zhang himself enjoyed even better meals, 8 dishes and 1 soup, truly luxurious living. As they were eating, someone knocked at the door. Wan Qingxue went to open it. A subordinate glanced at the lavish spread of fish and meat on Lu Zhang's table, unconsciously swallowing hard before speaking respectfully. Boss, there's a man downstairs who wants to see you. He's begging to borrow some food from us. Lu Zhang reached into a snack bag beside him and tossed a marinated egg to the subordinate, saying, "Let that man come in." The subordinate caught the egg and chuckled. "Thanks, boss. I'll bring him right up." Koeng began laughing and said, "What, are you in a good mood and want to show kindness by lending them food?" Lu Zhang picked up a piece of fish and placed it into little Tiantian's already full bowl, chuckling lightly. "If I have extra food, I'd rather let little Tian eat more, it makes me happy watching her. At the very least, I could feed it to dogs. Why should I lend it to them? Unless they offer something satisfactory in exchange." Little Tian looked anxiously at the food in her bowl. Her mouth was still full, but she wanted to eat what was in her bowl too. Seeing this, Wan Qingxue quickly poured her a glass of water and said, "Goodness, eat slowly. Look at you, your little face is getting round from all this eating." As they were speaking, the underling brought the person upstairs. When Wang Su reached the doorway and saw the lavish spread on the table, his eyes practically bulged out. His family hadn't had any proper meals for 2 days. With the power and water out today, even drinking water had become a problem. Yet here, they had 8 dishes and a soup, even red wine. Not only that, but there were 2 beautiful women accompanying him. Wait, was there even someone lying on the floor? This doesn't look like the apocalypse at all, it's more like a vacation. What are you looking at? Keep your eyes to yourself or I'll gouge them out. The subordinate at the door shouted threateningly. With more people joining their ranks, the Zhang brothers reorganized their personnel into 3 teams: field operations, security, and logistics. The security team was primarily responsible for night watches and daily patrols. A particularly coveted assignment was the guard post at Lu Zhang's doorstep, a lucrative position where guards could receive random rewards from the boss or his wife whenever they were pleased. To maintain their privileged positions, the door guards performed their duties with exceptional diligence. Wang Su trembled at the threat, then mustered his courage to say, "Big brother, I'm Wang Su from Unit 1, apartment 202. We're practically neighbors. My family has run out of food, I have a wife and child, and I've also taken in someone needing help. I beg you to show some mercy and lend us some provisions." Hearing that he had taken someone in, Lu Zhang immediately thought of Lu Yujiao. His senses indicated she should be at Wang Su's place now. "Lend you food. With what will you repay?" Wang Su was momentarily speechless, and could only weakly say, "Please show mercy. Kind people will surely receive blessings in the next life." Lu Zhang sneered. "I don't care about the next life. All I know is that giving you some means having less for myself. Less food means 1 less day to live. I haven't lived enough in this life. Next life's matters can wait until next life." After speaking, he waved at the subordinate, who immediately pulled Wang Su out and closed the door. From the sounds, it was clear Wang Su was directly escorted downstairs. After some thought, Lu Zhan gave Wan Qingxue some instructions. After listening, Wan Qingxue took 3 chicken feet downstairs and saw Wang Su lingering below, saying, "Brother Wang, these are snacks Lu Zhang gave my child. He's very strict with food management, so I can't give you anything else. As a fellow parent, please give these to your child." Seeing the 3 greasy chicken feet, Wang Su swallowed hard, accepted them gratefully, and said, "Thank you, you're truly a kind person. May I ask your name?" "Ruan Qingxue." "Alright, I must hurry back now, otherwise if he discovers I secretly gave you food, he'll surely punish me." After speaking, she pretended to be flustered as she ran back inside. Wang Su, who had just been given a good person card, returned home with the chicken feet in hand. Lu Yujiao opened the door, and her eyes immediately lit up when she saw what he was holding. She handed him slippers while speaking softly. "Brother Wang, you've worked hard." Having been married to Luo Zijuan for so many years, constrained by life's pressures, Wang Su had long lost passion in their relationship. Their life had become all about saving where possible, devoid of any sense of ceremony. Having a beautiful woman hand him slippers and hearing such gentle words instantly made his whole body feel weak with pleasure. It's no trouble at all. This is only right. These chicken feet are for you. Originally, he had planned to give 2 chicken feet to the children and share one with his wife. But now, if not for the last shred of rationality remaining, he would have given all 3 to Lu Yujiao. Thank you, Brother Wang. Lu Yujiao directly took the largest one and walked into the bedroom that Wang Su had arranged for her. Luo Zijuan walked over. When she saw the chicken claw in Lu Yujiao's hand and the one in Wang Su's hand, she immediately questioned, "Where did these chicken claws come from?" Seeing her fierce expression and recalling Lu Yujiao's delicate demeanor toward him earlier, Wang Su couldn't help but feel a twinge of resentment. Of course I begged for them. There are still kind-hearted people out there. Luo Zijuan didn't believe there could be such unconditional kindness under the current circumstances. Frowning, she said, "Explain the details to me clearly." Wang Su still felt somewhat intimidated by Luo Zijuan, so he immediately recounted the situation. In the end, he added, that Lu Zhang feasts on lavish meals yet refuses to spare even the slightest charity. It was Miss Ruan who showed kindness. I suspect she must have been forced by Lu Zhang, otherwise why would such a kind-hearted person submit to such a wicked man? Luo Zijuan, however, believed that Ruan Qingxue must have acted voluntarily. After all, by following Lu Zhang, she could enjoy lavish feasts without worrying about monster threats. For a single mother with a child, having such support was considered quite fortunate. Seeing Luo Zijuan still deep in thought, Wang Su spoke up. "Honey, I think that Miss Ruan is quite compassionate. Why don't you approach her? You're both mothers with children, it should be easier to gain her favor and ask for more food." Luo Zijuan was about to respond when she saw their son Wang Chen approach. "Mom, I'm so hungry." "Oh, chicken feet." Luo Zijuan sighed, snatched all the chicken feet from Wang Su's hands, stuffed them into Wang Chen's grasp, then turned to Wang Su and said, "Fine, I'll go beg from her, but remember, you're the one making me do this." She couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this situation, but with their current circumstances, this seemed the only way to obtain any food. Chapter 16, Refusal to Exchange, Founding of the Sacred Society. Please keep reading. When Luo Zijuan came to the door, they had already finished eating. Koing was helping Ruan Qingxue clear the table. Fang Shuya was eating leftovers while lying on one side, and Lu Zhang was playing with Xiao Tiantian. Lu Zhang actually quite liked children of this age group, especially little girls. They were extremely adorable. "Boss, there's a woman looking for sister-in-law Qingxue." Upon hearing his subordinate's report, Lu Zhang waved at Ruan Qingxue, signaling her to go see who it was. After meeting Ruan Qingxue, Luo Zijuan first introduced herself, then said, "Qingxue, thank you for your kindness in giving us the chicken feet. But I'm truly at my wit's end, so I can only beg you, could you spare us a bit more food? Our family has completely run out of supplies." Hearing this, Ruan Qingxue showed a troubled expression. "All supplies are controlled by Lu Zhang, I can't access them. What I gave Brother Wang was just snacks I took from the children. Perhaps I should introduce you to Lu Zhang instead. He's been in a good mood these past 2 days. He might agree to give you something." Luo Zijuan immediately became alert in her heart. After some consideration, she ultimately nodded in agreement. Thus, she followed Ruan Qingxue upstairs and entered the room. Seeing Lu Zhang playing with Xiao Tiantian, Luo Zijuan momentarily lost herself and thought such a scene could only have happened before the apocalypse, right? Since the outbreak of the apocalypse, she couldn't recall ever smiling. Nor had she seen anyone show such a genuine smile. Ruan Qingxue proactively made introductions, then took Xiao Tiantian into the bedroom to rest. Koing also went inside to binge-watch dramas. Lu Zhang sat on the sofa, one hand stroking Fang Shuya, who was lying beside him pretending to be a puppy, while the other held a freshly squeezed juice. His instruction to Ruan Qingxue had been, if the visitor was good-looking, let them come up. If they were average-looking, tell them to get lost. Although Luo Zijuan before him was in her 30s with some traces of time around her eyes, she had delicate features, a slender waist and full hips. Dressed in a crossover halter top, plaid trousers, and an off-shoulder sweater, she resembled a perfectly ripe peach, exuding a unique charm. "Have a seat, eat something first." Luo Zijuan glanced at the fruit platter on the table, thanked him, and sat on the sofa before immediately starting to eat. She was starving, anything edible would do. The sweet juice with its slightly sour taste reminded her how rare such treats had become in these apocalyptic times within the city. Watching her finish half the fruit platter, Lu Zhang finally spoke. "Nothing of mine comes free. Everything has its price. If you want food, you'll need to offer something satisfactory in exchange." Luo Zijuan stiffened, forcing a smile as she replied, "I'm afraid I don't have anything that could satisfy you." Lu Zhang stared at her without spelling it out, simply waving his hand dismissively. "Then you can go back. Come again when you have something to offer for exchange." Luo Zijuan took a deep breath, stood up, then subconsciously reached for the fruit platter. She wanted her son to have some too. "My things aren't for anyone to take freely." Lu Zhang's calm voice made her freeze, forcing her to withdraw her hand immediately. Next, she saw Lu Zhang take out a lollipop and place it near Fang Shuya's lips. The latter extended her tongue and began licking it slowly. This woman seemed to have fully adapted to her current role as a pet, obediently playing along with her master's whims. Luo Zijuan pressed her lips together and left anyway. Before long, she returned home. Wang Su approached her eagerly and asked, "What did you get?" "Nothing at all. She's just dependent on Lu Zhang. What she can obtain is limited," Luo Zijuan replied. Hearing this, Wang Su couldn't hide his disappointment. "Then you'll have to go ask again tomorrow." Luo Zijuan gave him a hard look before finally sighing and retreating to the bedroom. "You sleep in the living room." On the other side, after Luo Zijuan left, Lu Zhang took out the blood crystals harvested today and began focusing on refining and absorbing them. His original energy limit increased to 2,577 points, and his perception range surged to about 348 meters. This was an extremely large number. With such a wide perception range, even if a missile were fired at him, Lu Zhang had confidence he could block it. His physical functions also received significant enhancement. Koing had some combat capability today but quickly lost. After begging for mercy, she called Wan Qingshui as reinforcement, yet they were still completely routed by Lu Zhang. In the end, they had no choice but to let Fang Shuya make an effort, barely managing to make Lu Zhang relax a little, though he still wasn't fully satisfied. The next morning, Lu Zhang brought several decoys including Lu Hua, Zhang Yunhu, and Huang Tianbao to another crossroads. This time, not only did they draw blood to lure with scent, they also set up large speakers to create loud noises and attract hungry beasts. Although hungry beasts have poor hearing, loud enough sounds can still attract them. With the bait set and the space-time flying blades deployed, all that remained was to wait for harvest. Before long, hordes of starving beasts were drawn in, lining up to meet their doom. After the beasts were successfully lured, Lu Zhang instructed Lu Hua to lead a team to transport supplies from another area. There were still some restaurants and shops around the residential area containing stocks of rice and flour, along with other usable items, all to be taken away. From a vantage point with clear visibility, Lu Zhang played cards with several subordinates while monitoring the intersection. If any congestion occurred, he would arrange for someone to clear it. Not long after, Zhang Yunhu arrived carrying a large bag. Opening it, he said with a grin, "Boss Lu, I found a high-end cosmetics store. The sisters-in-law will definitely love these." This had to be Zhang Yunlong's idea. Lu Zhang nodded with a smile and replied, "Good, leave the items here. When we return, take a crate of liquor to your room." "Many thanks, Boss Lu." Zhang Yunhu grinned from ear to ear. He did love drinking, but all supplies were strictly controlled. Without Lu Zhang's approval, he wouldn't dare take anything from the warehouse. "By the way, Boss Lu, some of the underlings asked me today what our organization is called. Should we come up with a name?" Hearing this, Lu Zhang looked at him and smiled. "What do you suggest? How about Dragon Tiger Hall?" Zhang Yunhu nearly dropped to his knees in shock and immediately waved his hands. "Absolutely not. If the underlings misunderstand, I'd be in big trouble. Boss Lu, please don't tease me like this." Lu Zhang pondered for a moment. He had actually given this some thought before. Originally, he had just wanted to live a comfortable life, but now that he had subordinates, a proper name was indeed necessary. Let us call it the Sacred Divine Society. The highest leader, that is, me, can be called the President or Sacred Lord. As for the organizational structure below me, let Along and Aying decide. Lu Zhang wanted to find something for Koing to do. The woman spent her days either sleeping, eating, or watching dramas, completely wasting her capabilities as a high-level white-collar worker. She needed to be given managerial responsibilities to cultivate that elite female office worker demeanor and make her more alluring. "Understood, Master Lu." "No, I mean President." Upon hearing the name, Zhang Yunhu didn't care what it meant. The important thing was that it was finalized. This was a major event that would give their subordinates a sense of belonging. Just as he was about to announce this good news, he turned to see one of their underlings rushing toward them in a panic. "Boss! Trouble! Captain Lu and the others have been surrounded." Chapter 17. A slap. "She's back again, please keep reading." The hungry beasts weren't invincible. Even some ordinary people working together could kill them. There were quite a few survivors, but few who had formed organizations. Unexpectedly, someone had managed to surround Lu Hua's group. This organization must have substantial numbers. Lu Zhang currently had fewer than 50 people under his command, and that included the ordinary residents who weren't particularly useful. Lu Hua went with 10 men. To surround them, there must be at least 15 people, and there must be superhumans among them. Lu Zhang immediately led his men to the scene. They found Lu Hua standing off against those people. Iron Man Lu Hua still commanded some respect. Upon seeing Lu Zhang's group appear, those people immediately became alert. "Where are you from? Why are you surrounding my men? Are you looking to start a war with us?" Lu Zhang opened with a loud interrogation, seeking to overwhelm them psychologically first. These people were already within 100 meters of him, easy pickings. As soon as he finished speaking, a bald man raised his gun at Lu Zhang and snarled, "Who the hell do you think you are, acting so arrogant? Kneel the fuck down right now, or I'll blow your head off." Lu Zhang shook his head. These people truly lacked basic manners. Ahu, go slap his mouth 20 times. Yes, boss. Zhang Yunhu knew Lu Zhang's methods well. With this order given, the target would undoubtedly be immobilized. As expected, the bald man angrily tried to pull the trigger, only to find he couldn't feel his hand anymore. Then he realized not just his hands, but his head and legs were also immobilized. Overcome with terror, he screamed, "Do something! Take them down!" What answered him was a chorus of startled exclamations from his underlings. Ah, why can't I move? Me too. I can't feel my hands at all. Could this be the superpowers people talk about online? Amidst the exclamations, the bald man finally faced reality. Just as he opened his mouth to beg for mercy, his face and mouth suffered a heavy blow. Zhang Yunhu, wielding a shoe sole that seemed to appear from nowhere, began slapping it against the man's mouth. Once, twice until 20 strikes later, the bald man's entire mouth was mangled, bleeding profusely with 2 teeth knocked out. The bald man's followers all stood petrified like cicadas in winter, not daring to even breathe heavily, terrified they might be next to receive such treatment. After the beating, the bald man could no longer speak. Lu Zhang turned to another member of the group and asked, "Which organization do you belong to? How many more are there? What are you doing here? Tell me everything clearly. If I find any answer suspicious, you'll get 10 slaps to the mouth." The man trembled immediately and replied, "We're from the Red Rose Bar. This bald guy is Lu Chang, our manager. Our boss is the bar owner named Fong Mingy. Besides us, there are over 100 more people at the bar, including 30 who work directly for the boss." The guy was clearly terrified, spilling everything he knew. Lu Zhang continued questioning, "Among your people, does anyone possess superpowers?" "No, our boss asked around, nobody does. But the boss has many guns. Several officers died near our bar, and we took their weapons." Hearing this, Lu Zhang realized his earlier assumption had been wrong. He had thought there might be superhumans among them, but they were just using firearms. Lu Zhang didn't know how to use guns either. These things were, well, barely good as toys. After some thought, Lu Zhang waved his hand and said, "First tie them all up and take them back for thorough interrogation. Keep those who can be useful, use the useless ones as bait." Upon hearing this, Zhang Yunhu immediately worked with Lu Hua to restrain everyone, including the 3 guns in the bald man's possession, which were all confiscated. "President, what should we do with these guns?" Lu Zhang said with a smile. "Leave one for me, you and Along can each take one. It'll add some deterrence, but don't use them carelessly. If you don't know how, don't hurt yourselves." "Got it. Thanks, President." Zhang Yunhu was quite pleased. Although he rarely worried about safety issues around Lu Zhang, having a gun in hand did provide extra peace of mind. Lu Zhang had no interest in recruiting people. Why invite trouble when one could avoid it? Right now, he just wanted to strengthen his own abilities while enjoying life. All this killing and fighting was rather dull, so he had no intention of going to the Red Rose Bar. As far as he was concerned, the bald man and his group might as well have vanished. When Lu Zhang returned to the crossroads, he found that Huang Tianbao and the bait with him had actually been infected. The accumulated flesh and blood had piled up too high, surpassing the height of the spatial blade. Other hungry beasts rushed in, devouring and infecting these 2 individuals. After infecting these 2, the hungry beasts all left to hunt elsewhere. Lu Zhang deployed a spatial barrier to isolate all 4 streets, then ordered Lu Hua to lead a team to clean up the corpses and extract blood crystals. He stood by watching, and before long, Lu Hua delivered the collected blood crystals to Lu Zhang. "Guild leader, we have a total of 1,427 crystals." Lu Zhang nodded and said, "Take 100 for yourself to absorb. Hold the blood crystals in your hand and focus on absorbing them to obtain their energy." Upon hearing this, Lu Hua excitedly replied, "Thank you, Guild leader." He had actually learned yesterday that blood crystals could enhance superhuman's abilities, but he didn't dare to secretly hoard any. Lu Zhang's formidable power filled him with such awe that he wouldn't dare entertain any ulterior thoughts. Receiving this reward from Lu Zhang was truly an unexpected delight. Lu Zhang gave a slight nod, instructing people to place the bald-headed man at the intersection to continue attracting hungry beasts, while he himself focused on absorbing the blood crystals just obtained. He estimated that at most one more harvest at another intersection tomorrow would leave few hungry beasts in the surrounding area. To obtain more blood crystals, they would need to venture farther away, or perhaps lure more beasts to this location. His current rate of improvement wasn't slow either. He believed his harvesting speed ranked among the fastest, if not the absolute quickest. After all, even heavy fire coverage couldn't match the speed and thoroughness of slaughter achieved by his spatial temporal flying blades. As evening approached, Lu Zhang had his team clear the corpses of the beast horde, but left the bald-headed man in place. The spatial temporal flying blades remained deployed too, continuing to attract hungry beasts overnight for blood crystal collection come morning. The afternoon's efforts had yielded 2,744 blood crystals in total, of which Lu Zhang allocated 200 to Lu Hua. As his current top subordinate and strongest fighter, Lu Hua warranted this level of preferential treatment. Lu Zhang was not a heartless capitalist. For hard-working employees like this, he was willing to provide generous rewards. Returning home, Lu Zhang took out those cosmetics. Koing picked up a bottle of serum and exclaimed excitedly, "Wow! I've been waiting for this brand's serum to go on sale. I never expected we'd have so many now." Ruan Xingxue also picked up a jar of moisturizer and smiled. "This is really good. I've been using it all along." Fang Shia crawled over, hugged Lu Zhang's thigh, and cooed in a sugary voice, "Master, can I have some too?" Just then, an underling arrived outside the door and knocked. "Boss, that woman who came looking for the second madam last time is here again." Chapter 18: The Incompetent Husband. The Long-Suffering Wife. Please keep reading. Let her come up. Lu Zhang waved his hand, sending the three women into the bedroom to divide the cosmetics and skincare products. He didn't understand these things anyway, he'd brought them back just to make them happy. The girls immediately went inside to pick their items. Shortly after, Luo Zijuan entered. Her face showed no expression at this moment, appearing extremely calm. But inwardly, she was filled with immense trepidation, because she knew very well what she might have to face by coming here this time. Yet she had no other choice. Today, she and her husband had gone begging from others, even kneeling to borrow a small bag of rice barely enough for one meal for their family of 3 when cooked. Yet Wang Su gave his own bowl of rice to Lu Yujiao, then insisted on sharing a single bowl with Luo Zijuan. This completely shattered her last hope for her husband. She knew her husband probably harbored no improper thoughts toward Lu Yujiao, he was simply acting out of kindness. But this very kindness harmed his own wife and child's fundamental interests, making his own wife go hungry to feed another woman. This became the final blow that broke Luo Zijuan's last remaining hope. After the meal, Wang Su pleaded with her again to come borrow food from Ruan Xingxue. She knew that to obtain food this time, she would have to offer something in return, yet she still came, because there was simply no other way left. She wanted to survive, she wanted her son to survive. Lu Zhang remained seated on that sofa watching her, smiling as he asked, "Well, have you thought of what terms to exchange for the food?" Luo Zijuan looked at Lu Zhang and said coldly, "What else do I have left? Isn't your condition me myself? I can serve you, but for 10 days worth of food each time." Seeing her humiliated expression, Lu Zhang showed no anger, just smiled and said, "You're not worth that much. Just you alone can't satisfy me, so I have a proposal. Would you like to hear it?" Luo Zijuan raised her eyebrows and said, "What do you want me to do?" "No hurry, we'll talk slowly." Lu Zhang opened an exquisite box of pastries, took one for himself, and pushed the rest toward Luo Zijuan. Without ceremony, Luo Zijuan immediately picked up a piece and began eating hungrily. Only those who have experienced hunger can truly understand the value of food. First, you can tell your husband that you found a cleaning job through Ruan Xingxue working for me. This gives you a reason to come here daily and enough time to stay. You want me to come keep you company every day? Luo Zijuan stood up abruptly in shock and asked. Lu Zhang said with a smile, "That would be too much for you to handle. Even my wives need 2 or 3 days to recover after each time. Let me continue. Additionally, you can introduce new women to me, they must have good looks and figures. I don't want just anyone, only those who have no other choice, completely desperate, and can only seek my help." Now Luo Zijuan was even more shocked. "You beast. You actually want me to drag decent women into this?" Lu Zhang continued speaking as if to himself. "For every person you bring that satisfies me, I'll give you enough food for 2 days per person. How about that?" Luo Zijuan fell into internal conflict, torn between her own impending fall into the abyss and whether to pull others down with her. Those women have no way out. Rather than starve to death, it's better that I give them a way to survive. You'd actually be doing a good deed. Saving a life is more meritorious than building a 7-storied pagoda. Lu Zhang's voice carried a coaxing tone. Luo Zijuan gritted her teeth and finally nodded. "Fine, I agree. But I want 3 days worth of food for each person I bring, and you must give me 3 portions per day. Deal." Lu Zhang came over, picked her up in his arms, and said with a laugh, "Come, you're too dirty. Let me wash you." More than 2 hours later, Luo Zijuan slowly returned home carrying 2 bags of bread and 3 bags of milk. When she opened the door, Wang Su exclaimed in surprise, "Honey, why are you wearing different clothes?" Luo Zijuan answered somewhat flustered, "These are Ruan Xingxue's. She said I was too dirty and made me take a bath." Wang Su was about to ask more when he saw what she was holding and immediately said excitedly, "Honey, you're amazing. You actually managed to get it." As he spoke, he reached out to grab those items, only to find Luo Zijuan gripping them tightly, preventing him from taking them directly. Luo Zijuan said through gritted teeth, "I worked hard for these. Xingxue helped me talk to Lu Zhang, and I'm now working there as a cleaner, doing sanitation work. They pay me daily with food as compensation. I'll be the one to distribute these." She still felt pain after all. It had been over 3 years since she last worked this hard, and she had somewhat injured herself. Hearing this, Wang Su became even more delighted. He quickly helped Luo Zijuan into the house, saying as they walked, "Honey, you're our family's great hero, our savior. Upon entering, Luo Zijuan suddenly noticed two other men in the living room and immediately became alert, tightening her grip on the food. Second uncle, why are you here? Xiao Guozheng's group chat nickname was Landlord's Second Uncle, so neighbors all called him Second Uncle. The man wasn't actually in his 70s or 80s, he was only in his 50s. His eyes lit up when he saw the food in Luo Zijuan's hands. Without answering her question, he instead asked, Xiao Jun, did you borrow this food from Lu Zhang? Luo Zijuan clutched the food tightly and said, this isn't borrowed. I earned it by working for them. Upon hearing this, Second Uncle smiled and said, what kind of work could someone like you possibly do? In the end, it's just Wan Qingxue taking pity on you and finding an excuse to give you food. There are still good people in this world. I've already gathered 4 households together and will have your husband Wang Su join me when we go to borrow some food. I'm sure they'll lend us some. What kind of work? The kind you do lying down. Luo Zijuan felt miserable inside. No matter what, she was ultimately the one who had first betrayed their marriage vows. If he wants to go, let him go. I don't care. With that, she stood up immediately, carrying the food, and called her son to follow her into the bedroom. Lu Yuzhou sat nearby, eyeing the items in Luo Zijuan's hands, milk and bread, which she coveted deeply. Brother Wang, you should go with Second Uncle and the others. There are more of you this time, and with Second Uncle present, they're sure to give you face and provide some food. Lu Yuzhou now could only pin her hopes on Wang Su. Lu Zhang had made her best friend become a dog. She didn't believe begging for charity would end well for her. Hearing her coquettish encouragement, both Wang Su and Second Uncle felt greatly motivated. Don't worry Yujiao, we'll go confront Lu Zhang now. We'll definitely get food for you. Wang Su thumped his chest as he made this promise. His wife's success had renewed his faith in human kindness, and Second Uncle's support gave him even more motivation. Thus, the group went downstairs and arrived at the entrance hall of Building 2. Chapter 19, Shopping During the Apocalypse. Lord is pleased. Reward. Please keep reading. Luo Zijuan was like a ripe honey peach, incredibly juicy. Lu Zhang ate his meal, even feeling somewhat nostalgic. Koing and the other two had obtained a new batch of cosmetics and skincare products, putting them in excellent moods. Honey, can I go out with you tomorrow? I want to visit the mall to look at clothes and try them on for you. Okay. As per Lu Zhang's request, Koing usually wore form-fitting skirts and her gold-rimmed glasses at home. Her current coquettish manner had a unique charm. However, upon hearing her request, Lu Zhang felt somewhat speechless. Women truly are obsessed with shopping. Even during the apocalypse, she still thinks about going to the mall. Tiantong Mall isn't far from here. A trip there would be manageable, and it would be a good opportunity for some harvesting. The density of starving beasts there should be much higher than in this area. We just need sufficient security at home. I should have Lu Hua stay behind. Alright, I'll take you to Tiantong Mall tomorrow. Hearing Lu Zhang's agreement, Koing excitedly pounced on him and planted a kiss on his cheek. Honey, you're the best. When Wan Qingxue and Fang Shuya heard that Lu Zhang was actually taking Koing shopping, they couldn't hide their envy. As women themselves, they naturally enjoyed shopping too, and loved beautiful clothes. But one was a cook and the other was a dog. They simply had no right to make such requests. Being allowed to stay in this house was already a tremendous blessing. Suddenly, knocking sounded at the door. Guild leader, there's a group of people outside asking for you residents from Building 1. Hearing this, Lu Zhang felt it was time to take action regarding Building 1. The buildings in Longwan residential complex were all 11 stories high, with each unit being a spacious 3-bedroom apartment. With his growing number of subordinates, crowding everyone in Building 2 was clearly impractical. Lu Zhang planned to have them relocate to Building 1, reserving Building 2 exclusively for himself and his women. After all, he intended to establish a song and dance troupe for his personal entertainment. One building might not even be enough space. But there was no hurry, they could take things slowly. With his current abilities, he could easily create barriers dozens of meters high around Longwan residential complex to ensure the safety within. After completing this project, all 20 buildings in the complex could be properly staffed and utilized. This matter needs to be handled carefully, requiring building-by-building inspections. Let's deal with this building's issues first. Let's go, let's hear what jokes they can come up with. Lu Zhang stood up with a smile. He viewed them as nothing more than jokes, wondering what special performances they might put on. The Dragon Tiger brothers followed behind as Lu Zhang arrived at the first-floor lobby. Seeing his appearance, Second Uncle immediately spoke up. Lu Zhang, I told you before to distribute the supplies to everyone, but you didn't comply. That's immoral. Now I'm giving you a chance to redeem yourself. Hurry up and bring out everything for distribution. Everyone will remember your kindness. Well, so you want me to give away life-saving food supplies, and all I get in return is, you're a good person, is that it? Sitting on the gaming chair brought by his subordinate, Lu Zhang scanned the dozen people and laughed. Old fool, you want to freeload my food? That's some wild imagination. Here, there's a box of instant noodles right here. I'd like to see who dares to take it. As he spoke, Zhang Yunhu pushed a box of instant noodles in front of Lu Zhang, who then placed a gun on top of it. They might not have understood Lu Zhang's superpowers, but the sight of the gun made them all turn pale with fear. In this gun-controlled country, firearms possess absolute deterrence. Lu Zhang continued. If you want food from me, you must offer something satisfactory in exchange or make me happy. When I'm happy, I might reward you with some food. As soon as he finished speaking, they heard second uncle scream. A crew-cut youth behind him had kicked him down unexpectedly, causing him to fall face first and break his nose. The crew-cut youth looked at Lu Zhang and flattered with a smile. Big brother, are you happy now? Pointing at him, Lu Zhang laughed. You're quite resourceful, kid. I'm pleased to reward for you. As these words fell, Zhang Yunhu immediately took out a pack of instant noodles and tossed it to the crew-cut youth. Upon seeing that Lu Zhang had actually given out supplies, the buzz-cut young man immediately beamed with joy and repeatedly bowed while saying, "Thank you, big brother." With someone taking the lead, others followed suit. Seeing the buzz-cut youth receive goods, a middle-aged woman stepped forward and delivered a crippling kick straight to second uncle's groin. Indeed, women prove more ruthless. Good. Reward. Lu Zhang cheered like an audience member enjoying a performance, and his subordinate immediately handed out compensation. After obtaining the instant noodles, the woman decisively kicked second uncle several more times. Lu Zhang had someone give her another pack. Then more people joined in, subjecting second uncle to a flurry of punches and kicks. Among this group was another woman, an auntie, who went the furthest by stripping second uncle completely naked. Lu Zhang awarded her 3 packs of instant noodles. Second uncle was dumbfounded. He had brought people here to seek benefits for everyone, so how had he ended up being beaten by this mob? They even stripped me naked at my age. He desperately wanted to faint, but the pain kept him conscious and enduring. Everyone took action, except for Wang Su. He wanted to step forward to stop it. He wanted to condemn Lu Zhang's behavior, but he didn't dare and could only watch from the side. Seeing that second uncle was nearly beaten to death, Lu Zhang waved his hand to stop them, then spoke. From now on, Longwan residential area will be the territory of our sacred society. Living here is much safer than outside. Out of neighborly consideration, I won't charge you protection fees. But if you want supplies from me, you'll need to work for them. Tomorrow morning, all residents of Building 1 must move out. Building 1 will serve as dorms for our sacred society members. This is an order. Those who haven't moved out by tomorrow will face the consequences. President, can we join the sacred society? The young man with a crew cut asked. Lu Zhang nodded and said, anyone can join, as long as they're useful. We'll take the entire Longwan community under our management. There's plenty of basic work like moving stuff and cleaning garbage. Those who work will get paid. The specific arrangements will be handled by a Long and a Hua tomorrow. After a pause, Lu Zhang pointed at second uncle on the ground. People like him who disrupt unity and break rules will be expelled from the community. With that, Lu Zhang turned and went back into the building, deaf to second uncle's pleas for mercy behind him. He even ordered someone to gag the man and throw him out. The crowd returned to Building 1 to pack up. Most weren't resistant to moving. There should be many empty units in the community now, so finding another place to live wouldn't be hard. Instead, they looked forward to the Sacred Society's recruitment tomorrow. Wang Su also returned and briefly recounted what happened. Then he said to Luo Zijuan, "Honey, ask Wan Xingxue to put in a good word for us. See if we can avoid moving out. This is our home after all." Chapter 20, Am I a God? This feels like queen treatment. Please keep reading. Wang Su actually had another concern in his mind. If his family had to find new accommodations, would Lu Yujio have to separate from him? Although he didn't have possessive thoughts about her, he truly didn't want to be separated from her. He derived emotional value from Lu Yujiao, which satisfied him greatly. When Luo Zijuan heard Wang Su say that everyone had received food except himself, disappointment was already visible on her face. Hearing that he still wanted her to beg others made her even more furious. What an incompetent man. Fine, I'll go plead with them. Luo Zijuan still agreed. After all, this was her home, the place she'd lived for so many years. Staying gave her more sense of security. She returned before long. Since she was now working for Lu Zhang, this request was naturally approved, but with one condition: she had to find someone to send to Unit 1 for Lu Zhang by tomorrow night. Luo Zijuan was a middle school music teacher who knew many people in the community. Though highly unethical, having already crossed her own moral boundaries, agreeing to this condition felt like a natural progression. In her heart, she already had a target in mind. The next day, Lu Zhang first ordered people to dissect all the starving beasts lured and killed using the bald man last night, extracting their blood crystals for his own absorption. Last night's operation with the bald man had yielded 2,761 blood crystals for Lu Zhang. This time he didn't share any with Lu Hua. After absorbing them all, his primordial energy limit reached 9,209 points, while his perception range, having already broken through 1 kilometer, now required 100 blood crystals to increase by merely 0.01 meters. This meant he now needed about 100 blood crystals to expand his perception range by approximately 1 meter. A 1 kilometer perception range was actually more than sufficient. After all, within this range, he could practically be called a god. His controllable space volume also reached a full 920 cubic decimeters, soon approaching 1 cubic meter in scale. If a space-time barrier protective layer with a thickness of 1 micron were manufactured as community walls, 1 cubic decimeter could produce 1,000 square meters. With a height setting of 20 meters, that would be 50 meters in length. Over 900 cubic decimeters could extend for 45,000 meters, which is absolutely sufficient to protect the community. For Lu Zhang, this is merely a matter of a single thought. Lu Zhang only brought Zhang Yunhu and 10 underlings to the Tiantong shopping mall just 2 blocks away. They simply walked there. Driving wasn't feasible, the roads were completely jammed. They needed to clear the path while walking, but driving back would be much more convenient. Occasionally, hungry beasts charged from the side, but they were sliced into pieces by space-time flying blades right by the roadside. With Lu Zhang's now surged primal energy, these thin flying blades could be created and dismissed at will, and the energy would recover during the walk. He couldn't be bothered to have people collect scattered blood crystals either. Only when they reached the mall's intersection did he begin making serious moves. The useless second uncle was repurposed, stationed at the center of the intersection for bloodletting. The group stood within the safety zone Lu Zhang had created, watching with horror as a torrent of starved beasts poured forth outside. Though they had anticipated numerous starved beasts on this street, the terrifying sight of no less than 3,000 still increasing left them thoroughly frightened. Koing clung tightly to Lu Zhang's arm in terror. Having been under his protection since Doomsday, she hadn't fully grasped the monstrosities outside until now, when she truly understood this unrecognizably cruel world. Her dependence on Lu Zhang grew even stronger. Without his protection, she'd have to face these monsters' threats daily. Most likely, she'd have been devoured long ago. Lu Zhang himself found the starved beasts' numbers unexpectedly high and hastily increased his spatial flying blades, slicing them finer to prevent them from charging in and devouring second uncle. After all, they'd only brought one second uncle this trip, no spare bait remained. With so many hungry beasts, his 10 subordinates seemed somewhat insufficient. Sensing there were still living people inside the mall, he decided to go check first. Waving to the others while holding Koing by her slender waist, the group entered the Tiantong shopping mall. There were still many hungry beasts within the mall, all within Lu Zhang's sensory range. He directly controlled them, then ordered his subordinates to behead them and extract the blood crystals. The first floor sold jewelry, gold, jade, and similar items. These things naturally held little practical value now, but shiny objects had fascinated women since ancient times. Koing walked over, looking left and right, appearing quite excited. Lu Zhang waved his hand and said, "Find a bag and fill it with some. Don't waste too much time, these things are essentially useless anyway. I doubt anyone will come to take them. I'll bring you out shopping again in a few days." Upon hearing this, Koing immediately hugged Lu Zhang and kissed him. "Thank you, hubby." Zhang Yunhu proactively stepped forward and said, "First, madam, here's a bag for you. After you've filled it, give it to me to carry." Now that Lu Zhang intended to let Koing manage some affairs, Zhang Yunlong reminded Zhang Yunhu to please Koing so that their brothers' positions could remain secure. Koing was very satisfied with Zhang Yunhu's attitude. Before the apocalypse, she was just a high-level employee. Though she put on the airs of a social elite, her life wasn't as cushy as it was now as a young madam. After all, these people were now all her husband's subordinates, the kind who could decide life and death with a single word. Rounded off, it was practically like being treated as a queen. She didn't waste too much time, picked out a few items, stuffed them into a bag, and then followed Lu Zhang upstairs to the second floor, the women's clothing section. The mall's consumer base had always been tailored to cater to women, whether it was the jewelry stores on the first floor or the women's clothing on the second, all designed to make shopping more convenient for them. On the second floor, Lu Zhang pointed in a direction and said, "There are 3 people over there. They've already been immobilized by me. Go check if they have weapons." Zhang Yunhu immediately led his men over cautiously. "Chairman, 2 men and a woman, no weapons." Lu Zhang approached to examine them, while Zhang Yunhu had already begun interrogating the 3 about their identities. Spotting one of them, Lu Zhang couldn't help but exclaim in surprise, "Chen Yao." The man spoke almost simultaneously. Lu Zhang. Chen Yao was Lu Zhang's high school classmate, and they had been on decent terms. However, this guy later went to college in the south and stayed there for work. Unexpectedly, he had returned to Beiyuan Prefecture. Running into an old classmate put Lu Zhang in a good mood. Releasing his restraint on him, Lu Zhang said with a smile, "It's me. Long time no see, old friend. Weren't you in the south? What brings you back here?" Chen Yao replied, "I got promoted to deputy manager this year and was assigned to oversee the company branch here. Then the apocalypse broke out, so I've been hiding here. But you, are these all your subordinates?" Before Lu Zhang could answer, Zhang Yunhu immediately said, "Thanks to Boss Lu taking us in, giving us food to eat. We're just following orders and doing odd jobs." Lu Zhang stepped forward and patted Chen Yao's shoulder, laughing. "Since we've met, why don't you join me? I've set up a small gang in Longwan community with some people under me. At the very least, food and drinks won't be a problem." Shen Yao was naturally willing, who wouldn't want a reliable backer. But he still had one question. Why did you all come to this area? Koing stepped forward with a smile and said, it's all because of me. I wanted to go shopping, and my husband spoils me too much, so he brought me here. Shen Yao, along with the man and woman behind him, froze, their faces filled with disbelief. Chapter 21, You're right, I'm just a really good person. Seeking follow-up reads. Shen Yao and his companions almost began questioning their entire existence. Isn't this supposed to be the apocalypse? Aren't there supposed to be monsters everywhere outside? Just moments ago, they saw thousands of monsters rushing out to compete for some kind of food. And yet, in this situation, you came here to go shopping. What, are those monsters your relatives or something? They don't attack you, is that it? Shen Yao thought that if his wife dared to make such a request, he'd immediately slap her, and not just his wife, even if it were his own mother, he'd do the same. Lu Zhang pulled Koing back into his embrace and said with a laugh, Old Chen, let me introduce you. This is my first wife Koing. Let's go, my wife still needs to pick out clothes. We can chat while walking. As the shopping continued, Shen Yao gradually came to accept this fact: his classmate was truly extraordinary. They really were here to go shopping. After seeing those monsters that were immobilized and eventually killed by Zhang Yunhu and others to extract blood crystals, he seemed to understand the source of their confidence in doing this. With such a powerful backer, he relaxed and introduced his two companions. The man was called Li Shan, a manager under him, and the woman was Lu Yuqing, his secretary. Koing and Lu Yuqing quickly became familiar. The latter was good at flattery, giving Koing great emotional satisfaction during her clothes selection. After 2 hours of shopping, Lu Zhang found 8 more people. Nothing noteworthy, he just used them as laborers to carry things. The scene was quite bizarre. Outside lay ruins with monsters constantly roaring, even accompanied by screams of agony, while inside, a group of servants carried numerous bags, following their master and mistress shopping in the mall. Though they had spent 2 hours together, Shen Yao still felt somewhat surreal, even suspecting if hunger had caused him hallucinations. In the end, he had to admit this was reality. His brother had risen so spectacularly that it made him somewhat envious. This was just human nature, fearing one's brother might suffer, yet also fearing he might ride a Land Rover. Lu Zhang observed the intersection below and felt it was about time to collect a batch, otherwise the corpses would pile too high, making blood crystal collection difficult. Let's head down for a break first. No hurry, I'll let you shop to your heart's content today. Lu Zhang patted Ko Ying's plump figure, and she obediently nodded in agreement. Subsequently, everyone moved to the first floor, where Zhang Yunhu fetched them basic protective gear, gloves, jackets, masks and such. There wasn't really any danger, just precautions against the unexpected. Lu Zhang was quite responsible for his laborers. He immobilized all the still-moving starved beasts inside, then erected a hemispherical protective barrier 20 meters high around the perimeter. Only after isolating the outside starved beasts did he allow them to enter and work, clearing the corpse fragments, extracting blood crystals. Shen Yao didn't need to go, nor did his secretary, but that Li Shan had to participate. Lu Zhang proactively explained, These blood crystals can enhance my abilities. I provide them with safe shelter, food, and water. All they have to do is this simple task for me that's already very merciful. Indeed, there's no real danger, just basic manual labor. You're a good man. Shen Yao agreed. The sudden praise made Lu Zhang slightly uncomfortable. He wondered if Shen Yao was deliberately ignoring the fact that they'd left second uncle as bait in the middle of the road. Could someone who'd do such a thing really be called a good person? You're absolutely right, I am indeed a great guy. Lu Zhang affirmed. With the blood crystals collected, he redeployed the temporal flying blades, dismantled the protective barrier, and a new round of harvesting began. The group returned to the shopping mall again, but as it was getting late, they needed to find some food. Lu Zhang and his companions had brought some provisions, but with more people now, the supplies were insufficient. So everyone went up to the 5th floor to search. The 3rd and 4th floors sold shoes and men's clothing respectively, while the 5th and 6th floors housed restaurants. Only a few days had passed since the apocalypse began, and the refrigeration systems had just stopped working within the last couple of days, so most of the food here was still edible. Coincidentally, there was a chef among them. With 2 more people helping out, steaming hot meals were soon served on the table. Taking a sip of warm porridge, Shen Yao nearly burst into tears. Old Chen, what's this about? If it doesn't suit your taste, we can have them remake it. Why are you crying? No, it's delicious. I'm just overwhelmed. I haven't had a decent meal for days. My stomach hasn't been full these past 3 days. Thank goodness I met you, brother. Let me propose a toast. Shen Yao raised a glass of beer and said. Lu Zhang clinked glasses with him and said with a smile, Don't worry, once we get to my place, I'll arrange a job for you. You'll never have to worry about food and drink. Shen Yao immediately followed up. Old classmate, I have a request. It might be too much to ask, but you're the only one who can help. My parents are in the West District. Could you take me there to try and rescue them? Just one trip, whether we succeed or not, and my life will be yours from now on. Hearing this, Lu Zhang's smile faded. He neither agreed nor refused right away. Where exactly in the West District? Yijing residential area, north of the Botanical Garden. There aren't many people there, so there shouldn't be many monsters either. 3 days ago, I was still in contact with them. I told them to stay home and not go out unless absolutely necessary. Chen Yao looked at Lu Zhang with hopeful eyes, clearly desperate for him to agree. After he brought this up, many in the group wore expressions of sorrow. Even Koing, standing nearby, was no exception. Though her parents should have already fled to the military camp, she hadn't been able to contact them for days now. Whether they were safe or not, she had no way of knowing. She had been avoiding the thought these past few days, knowing that worrying wouldn't change anything. Even if Lu Zhang were willing to protect her on the journey to find her parents, she herself lacked confidence at such a distance. If a stranger had made such a request, Lu Zhang would have refused outright, but coming from a classmate, it required consideration. As a human being, one's social nature lies in establishing various relationships with different people. The bond between classmates is worth investing in. Assessing the current situation, a trip to West District posed no danger to him. Helping a classmate could gain him a reliable subordinate, and he could also scavenge supplies from supermarkets in the area. Alright, after we eat, collect the blood crystals downstairs, then we'll head over. Shen Yao's face lit up with joy upon hearing this. Thank you. From now on, my life is yours. The group finished eating quickly, packed whatever supplies they could carry, with some gathering the blood crystals while others. Since they were going on a rescue mission, there was no time to waste on the road. A perfect opportunity to test a new application of his abilities. First, absorb the obtained blood crystals. The origin energy points rapidly increased, breaking through 10,000 points in an instant. Suddenly, Lu Zhang discovered his abilities seemed to have undergone a qualitative transformation. He quickly tested them. Indeed, what was originally the narrowest spatial range of 1 micrometer could now be reduced to 0.1 micrometers. This meant the originally expandable area could now be increased tenfold. A smile appeared on his face as he took the driver's seat, saying to the others behind him, "Follow me. We're taking off." Chapter 22. Buckle up and hold tight. We're taking off. Please keep reading. Lu Zhang's group consisted of 26 people. He, Koing, and Shen Yao rode in one vehicle, while the others occupied 4 additional cars. Zhang Yunhu and the others didn't actually believe driving to the Western District was feasible, given how severely the roads were blocked. They thought they'd have to stop and clear obstacles every 100 meters, which would be extremely troublesome. But since Lu Zhang insisted on driving, they obediently gathered the vehicles and siphoned gasoline from other cars to ensure their 5 vehicles had extended range. When they heard Lu Zhang's words about taking off, everyone looked completely bewildered. But immediately after, there came a wave of astonished exclamations, because they saw Lu Zhang's car genuinely take flight. To be precise, it drove straight up into the sky, as if there were an invisible bridge, allowing Lu Zhang's car to ascend along a slope to 10 meters above ground, then proceed westward along the path toward the Xiqing district. The starving beasts below heard the noise but could only catch a glimpse of a dark shadow flashing past. Seeing Lu Zhang zoom over 100 meters away in the blink of an eye, Zhang Yunhu no longer hesitated. Gritting his teeth, he stepped on the accelerator and followed. Holy shit! We're really driving up here. Boss Lu is fucking amazing. Zhang Yunhu shouted in amazement, while his subordinates also erupted into excited cheers. They had truly driven their cars into the sky. In truth, the principle was quite simple. Lu Zhang merely utilized his ability to solidify spacetime to create a 5-meter wide road. With his current power, he could extend this path for over 2,000 kilometers in one go. The distance to Chen Yao's home was only about 20 kilometers, utterly trivial. For Lu Zhang, it didn't even qualify as significant exertion. Of course, this pathway wasn't without its technical challenges. Since the spatial barrier was absolutely smooth with no friction, vehicles couldn't drive on it normally. Therefore, this road was actually constructed from numerous time-stagnant spaces forming an uneven surface. The surrounding survivors watched as 5 cars flew into the sky and sped away, each believing they were hallucinating from starvation. This incident was truly too bizarre. Traveling through the air without obstacles or traffic lights allowed them to cover the 20-plus kilometers in just over 10 minutes. This was precisely why Lu Zhang ultimately agreed to the plan. If he hadn't thought of this solution in the shopping mall and considered the rescue too troublesome, he wouldn't have come. Driving in midair was extremely thrilling. With everything transparent ahead, there was no visible road at all. Koing clung to her seat the entire time, fearing they might plummet at any moment. Only when the car parked inside Yijing residential compound did she excitedly grab Lu Zhang's arm and shout, "Ah, that was so awesome. Hubby, I love you to death." Lu Zhang stroked her hair and chuckled. "I know you're excited, but calm down first. Shen Yao, which floor is your apartment on? Let's go up. Building 3, Unit 1, 304. Shen Yao quickly replied. The 3 got out of the car, and others parked their vehicles too. Lu Zhang didn't retract the aerial roadway suspended in mid-air, only removing the connecting ramps. These floating bridges could still be used for their return trip. Uncle Second was still attracting hungry beasts at the intersection. Today's shopping wasn't over yet. They would return the same way later. Lu Zhang only brought Chen Yao upstairs as they swiftly reached the third floor. "Mom, open the door. It's me." Chen Yao anxiously knocked on the door. Half a minute later, the door opened. Chen Yao's mother Sun Mei immediately embraced her son emotionally upon seeing him, while his father reminded from behind, "Quick, let them come inside. There are hungry beasts outside." The term hungry beasts had already been officially announced. Those who kept up with news would recognize this official designation. After entering, they noticed another girl inside, though Lu Zhang had already sensed her presence earlier. Her ample bosom, fair skin, and single ponytail exuded youthful vitality. Judging from her arms, she must have been someone who regularly worked out or exercised. The girl exclaimed in surprise when she saw the two entering. "Chen Yao, you're back. And you are Lu Zhang." Lu Zhang raised an eyebrow, surprised to encounter another high school classmate, and couldn't help but smile. "School beauty Chen, long time no see." The girl was Chen Yunqing, Chen Yao's cousin, though only 2 months younger than him. The three had been classmates. A beauty of her caliber naturally didn't have much interaction with an ordinary person like Lu Zhang. Their relationship was similar to hers with Chen Yao, just casual friends who might lend each other a few hundred yuan at most, but never more than 1,000. Chen Yao quickly introduced to his parents. "Mom, Dad, this is my high school classmate Lu Zhang. When I was trapped at Tiantong Mall, Lu Zhang saved me and brought me to you. Pack your things, we're going with him. Lu Zhang has established a safe gathering place. With him, we don't need to fear those monsters." Chen Yunqing's eyes sparkled with surprise as she turned to Lu Zhang and asked, "Was it you who just drove through the sky a moment ago?" The elderly couple had been in the bedroom while Chen Yunqing happened to be watching outside. When she saw 5 vehicles descending from the sky, she nearly popped her eyes out in shock. Just as she recovered from the astonishment, she heard the knocking at the door. "Yes, hurry and pack up. We'll be driving back the same way." Before Chen Yao's parents could fully process what was happening, Chen Yao had already ushered them into a vehicle. To prevent the shock from harming the elderly, Chen Yao accompanied them in a rear vehicle while placing Chen Yunqing in Lu Zhang's car. Upon seeing this vibrant beauty boarding the car, Koing immediately felt a twinge of rivalry and promptly declared her status as the first wife. "Hello, I'm Koing, Lu Zhang's principal wife." At the term principal wife, Chen Yunqing momentarily froze in astonishment, never expecting to hear such antiquated titles still in use in modern society. But she still responded politely. "My name is Chen Yunqing, Chen Yao's cousin and also Lu Zhang's high school classmate." High school classmate. These 4 words made Koing even more alert. Fantasy objects from adolescence are always beautiful. If Chen Yunqing joined the Wives of Lu Zhang lineup, it would undoubtedly be a great bonus. It might even affect my position. Koing had already immersed herself in the role of an empress in a palace drama, placing great importance on her status. Chen Yunqing was clever enough to notice the subtle changes in Koing's facial expression. Just as she was about to speak, Lu Zhang interrupted. "Sit tight and hold on. We're taking off." The next moment, with a press of the accelerator, the car climbed an invisible ramp straight up to 10 meters in the air before speeding away. Chen Yunqing had no time to continue her conversation with Koing, her eyes wide as she stared at the scenery outside the window. Although there was clearly nothing below, the car was indeed speeding through the air. Watching the wandering hungry beasts beneath them, she suddenly felt an urge to scream out loud. It wasn't fear, but rather the release of that oppressive feeling from being cooped up indoors for so long. It made her incredibly excited. Noticing her expression through the rearview mirror, Lu Zhang laughed. "How about it, campus belle? Feeling good? If you want to scream, go ahead. The monsters can't reach us." Chen Yunqing rolled down the window and let out a loud scream, shouting while she did, "Amazing! This is so amazing!" Afterwards, she sat back down and said in an excited but normal volume voice, "Lu Zhang, thank you for making me feel so great. I was almost getting depressed these past few days, too afraid to even step outside." Koing adopted the demeanor of the senior wife, turning back with a smile to say, "Don't worry, little sister, from now on following us will make you feel great every day." Hearing this, Lu Zhang felt somewhat speechless. He suspected there was something indecent about the way Koing emphasized feel great. Chen Yuntai still politely replied, "Thank you, elder sister. I'll be counting on your care from now on." As they spoke, the group arrived and stopped outside Tiantong Shopping Mall. Koing got out of the car, took Chen Yunqing's hand and said with a laugh, "Come on, Sister Yunqing. I'll take you shopping." Chapter 23, Don't Let Mother Down. Seeking follow-up reads. The entire mall was within Lu Zhang's perception range. The hungry beasts inside had either been lured out, immobilized, or eliminated. With Koing going shopping, safety wouldn't be an issue. Lu Zhang called a few people to help carry things. The remaining people went to look for vehicles. Now that the traffic congestion problem had been solved, they could use cars for daily operations. The mall's supplies, clothes, shoes, and other items were all valuable assets. Since they'd come all this way, they might as well load several trucks worth. They tried to find large capacity trucks or urban SUVs that could carry more items. Across from the mall was a large supermarket complex. They first looted various food supplies, filling 6 vehicles. The rest could be collected tomorrow. There was no space to store everything they brought back anyway. It seems we need to expedite comprehensive management of all residents in the compound. Every available space must be utilized efficiently. Before leaving, let's harvest another batch of blood crystals. Second uncle is still alive, just feed him some scraps and leave him here. He should attract another wave of starving beasts by nightfall. There are plenty more bait like this in the compound. Huang Mao Bao Ji's lackeys, those enemies from past lives, Lu Zhang hasn't forgotten a single one of them. Using these people as bait counts as making the most of waste. Settling into the car, Lu Zhang glanced at Koing and Chen Yunqing with a smile. Did you enjoy yourselves today? If not, I can bring you back tomorrow. Koing knew her place. This one moment of indulgence was already extraordinary favor. She quickly replied, "We had wonderful time. Thank you, hubby. Tomorrow I'll stay home properly, no more trouble from me." Hearing this, Chen Yunqing on the other side followed up. "Assign me some work tomorrow too. I shouldn't cause you trouble either." Lu Zhang started the engine, taking the lead position as the massive convoy, all 18 vehicles strong, rolled toward Longwan residential compound. "What was your previous occupation?" Lu Zhang inquired. Chen Yunqing replied somewhat sheepishly, "I was a yoga instructor, without any particularly specialized skills." "Very well then, your role will be to accompany my wives in practicing yoga, enhancing their flexibility and maintaining their figures. Especially Koing, this woman has been eating, sleeping, binge-watching dramas, then eating and sleeping again these past few days. If this continues, her figure will surely deteriorate within days," Lu Zhang said with a smile. Upon hearing this, Koing nodded. "Excellent. This means we can live together." Chen Yunqing, however, seemed momentarily dazed. She had assumed her skills would be useless in this apocalyptic world, never expecting to secure employment so quickly. Simultaneously, she felt subtle emotions stirring within. Though Lu Zheng appeared rather promiscuous with seemingly numerous women in his life, he treated them quite well. Not only did he take Koing out shopping, but he also specifically hired her to help them maintain their figures through yoga. Recalling the woman they saw at Yijing residential complex 2 days ago, who had been abused by countless men before being thrown off a building, when comparing that tragic fate with the current treatment Koing and others receive, it's literally the difference between hell and heaven. The motorcade entered Longwan residential complex, descending from a height of 20 meters because the entire complex was protected by Lu Zheng's 20-meter high spacetime barrier, ensuring its safety during his absence. When the motorcade descended from the sky, many residents in the complex were stunned. Spotting Lu Zhang stepping out of the vehicle, Zhang Yunlong immediately led his team to greet him. As Zhang approached, Lu Zhang inquired, "How's the progress?" Zhang Yunlong promptly responded, "All arranged. Every floor in Building 1 has been thoroughly cleaned, with keys delivered to the second madam. In Building 2, except for that specific household you mentioned, all other residents have relocated, and our personnel have moved in. Additionally, I've arranged for electrical circuit reconnection in your section. The entire building now has power supply from diesel generators, with your suite separately equipped with solar power." Lu Zhang nodded in satisfaction. "Ah Lon, you've been very thorough in your work, and I'm very satisfied. Later, take 2 cases of alcohol and 2 bags of rice back. The supplies in the vehicle need to be stored before evening. Get more people to work faster. The sooner it's done, the sooner you can go eat. All veteran team members get an extra meal today. Also, make arrangements for the newcomers." "Thank you, President. I'll handle it right away." As Zhang Yunlong was about to leave, Lu Zhang pulled Chen Yao over and said, "This is my friend Chen Yao. Take him along to help with the work." After giving general instructions, Lu Zheng didn't arrange any special treatment for Chen Yao's parents. Instead, they were treated as ordinary members and housed together with many others. Koing brought Chen Yunqing to Lu Zheng's house, where they met Wan Qingxue, Xiao Tiantian, and Fang Shuya, who was lying on the floor. "Sister Qingxue, I found a lot of beautiful clothes. Take a look and see if you like any. There are plenty more. I had people put them in the room opposite. There are also many pieces of jewelry here. If you like any, take them and wear them. This one, for example, suits you very well." Koing took a golden hairpin and inserted it into Wan Qingxue's braided hair, then led her to the full-length mirror to admire it. The latter also appeared delighted. Fang Shuya, who was lying on the floor, grew visibly tempted upon seeing those beautiful clothes and jewelry. She crawled to Lu Zheng's feet and coquettishly said, "Master, I've been very obedient today. Could I get some reward?" Lu Zheng extended his hand, and she lifted her head with tongue out. "Go ahead, take whatever you like. There's plenty." "Thank you, Master." Watching Fang Shuya crawl away, Chen Yunqing couldn't help but blurt out, "You play quite perversely," Lu Zheng said with a laugh. "She lives quite comfortably, well fed, with nothing to do, just acting spoiled towards me occasionally. Could there be any easier work than this?" Chen Yunqing momentarily found herself speechless. It did seem there wasn't in this post-apocalyptic world, surviving through such work could indeed be considered luxurious. Lu Zhang had her join for dinner before letting her return to Unit 2 to live with the others. Though he did have some thoughts about this woman, he preferred to take things step by step. That's where the real pleasure lay. No sooner had Chen Yunqing left than Luo Zijuan arrived with 2 women in tow. One appeared to be in her 30s, though was likely pushing 40, voluptuous in figure with an alluring look about her eyes, dressed rather elegantly. The other seemed very young with a doll-like face, yet stood 1.7 meters tall with long legs and a slender yet well-proportioned figure that appeared exquisitely cultivated, possessing an indescribable air as if meticulously groomed. And indeed she was. Luo Zijuan introduced. This is Goofy and her son is my student. This is her daughter Gu Wanqiu. I've brought them as promised. You negotiate your own terms, just ensure I get my cut. Lu Zhang nodded slightly with a smile. Go find Along for your share, he'll take care of it. Ladies, please have a seat. Upon hearing this, Luo Zijuan turned and left directly. Seeing so many attractive women in Lu Zhang's room, Gufian realized her daughter might not stand out. She steeled her heart, proactively pressed Gu Wanqiu down to Lu Zhang's left side while seating herself at his right. With a coquettish laugh, she said, President, my daughter Wanqiu studied dance. She performs exceptionally well. Would you like to enjoy a performance? Excellent. Let us have a segment of classical dance. Lu Zhang paused, then beckoned to Ko Ying and the others. Stop browsing for now. There'll be plenty of those items later. Come over and enjoy the dance together. A life of revelry and pleasure was precisely what Lu Zhang desired. Now, at last, someone skilled in dance had appeared. Though just one for now, it marked a promising beginning. Hearing this, Gu Wanqiu lightly bit her lip and stood up. Ko Ying promptly took the vacated seat beside Lu Zhang, while Wan Xingxue sat next to her and Fang Shuya reclined nearby. As music played from a phone, Gu Wanqiu began dancing gracefully. It must be said her movements were elegant and quite charming, though the absence of traditional silk garments diminished some of the aesthetic. When the music ended, Lu Zhang clapped his hands and laughed. Excellent. I like it. From now on, following me means you'll never lack food or drink. The 401 unit upstairs will be yours, mother and daughter. Saying this, he directly pulled Gu Wanqiu into his embrace. She trembled with fear, understanding what might happen next, yet having no alternative. Just as Gu Fian had told her before they came. Wanqiu, I've given you the finest education and resources since childhood, raised you like a princess with dance and piano lessons all so you could marry well. But now money is worthless paper, and the Divine Sage Society's leader is our only hope for survival. Look at those women who died horribly. If we don't seek refuge with the Divine Sage Society, our fate will be worse than theirs. Mother wants to live, wants you to live, wants your little brother to live. Don't disappoint your mother. Chapter 24. What kind of messed up generation gap is this? Please keep reading. The next morning, under bright sunshine, Gu Fian and Wan Xingxue were busy preparing breakfast in the kitchen. Gu Fian had obtained Lu Zhang's permission to cook an extra bowl of steamed egg custard for her daughter to help replenish her energy and restore her vitality. After all, it was the young girl's first time, and she had encountered such a formidable opponent. If her mother hadn't taken on all the firepower at the end, her delicate frame might have fallen apart. Although Gu Fian had also been completely overwhelmed, she actually woke up looking radiant and refreshed. At her age, with insatiable desires, it was rare for someone to completely conquer her. This left her with a satisfied smile that never left her face. Lu Zhang had already arranged for her son to be brought upstairs last night. After helping her daughter, who couldn't get up, have some food, she would need to go upstairs to bring some to her son. I just hope this brat knows how to repay kindness when he grows up. All this was earned through a hard night's work by his biological sister and mother. Just as the two women finished cooking, Lu Zhang went to wake up the lazy Ko Ying for breakfast, only to hear someone knocking at the door. The guard at the gate reported, President, Teacher Chen is here. The news of Chen Yunqing serving as the yoga instructor for the president's wife had been circulated throughout the organization by Zhang Yunlong last night, reminding everyone to be more observant. Lu Zhang was somewhat surprised. He hadn't expected this woman to be so diligent about coming to work. Let her in. As Chen Yunqing entered, she saw the lavish spread of 8 dishes and 1 soup on the table and unconsciously swallowed hard. The Sacred Divine Society had 2 food standards, one for gang members and another for ordinary laborers. The former was reserved for the main fighting force of able-bodied men, while the latter was for elderly people and women who could only handle light tasks like garbage cleaning. The elderly Chens and Chen Yunqing weren't assigned any work, so they only received the ordinary laborer's meal ration, and this was only granted out of consideration for Chen Yao's status. After all, others who didn't work wouldn't receive any food at all. The laborer's meal was very simple, just a piece of dry bread without any sauce and half a bottle of water in the morning. Having enjoyed a lavish dinner at Lu Zhang's place last night, Chen Yunqing lost her appetite when seeing this meager breakfast. She directly gave it to the elderly Chens and came to work. Noticing another woman in the room, Chen Yunqing's expression changed slightly before she slowly walked forward. Good morning, Chairman. Lu Zhang took the initiative to introduce. This is the mother of the 3rd madam I recently accepted. You can address her as Sister Gu. Fian, this is the yoga instructor I found for Koing in Qingshui. You can join the lessons too to maintain good figures. Hearing that Lu Zhang had even hired a yoga teacher for his women, Gu Fian became even more convinced she had come to the right place. Here we have not only no worries about food and drink, but even entertainment activities. It's no worse than the luxurious lives of noble women before the apocalypse. Chen Yunqing, however, was somewhat bewildered. You want me to call your third wife's mother Sister Gu, but you address her directly as Fian. What kind of messed up seniority is this? She forced a smile and said, "Hello Sister Gu, I'm Chen Yunqing." Gu Fian smiled and replied, "Hello Teacher Chen, I hope we'll get along well in the future." With her experience, she naturally understood this woman was already Lu Zhang's prey, but she had come with her daughter. Their combined charm made them a unique pair, unafraid of other women joining and threatening their position. "Yunqing, go sit over there for a while. You can practice after we finish eating," Lu Zhang said with a smile. Chen Yunqing complied, though her smile looked somewhat stiff. "Shouldn't I have been invited to join the meal?" Lu Zhang could see through her little scheme trying to get free meals. "Not a chance. No matter who it is, anyone wanting to take something from me must meet my conditions. Don't even think about freeloading." Lu Zhang had her come to teach yoga precisely to make her watch every day but never taste. Over time. The contrast would naturally shift her thoughts. Soon after Lu Zhang finished eating, Gu Fian took a portion upstairs for her son Gu Tangjing, while putting the remaining food on Fang Shuya's plate. Watching Fang Shuya eat like a dog, Chen Yunqing realized what she was eating couldn't compare. Lu Zhang paid her no mind and went out to handle business. Today the Sacred Society would make major moves according to his orders. They would search the other 19 buildings in the compound, inspecting every room. Everyone must follow arrangements. Resistors would be captured as bait. Though Lu Zhang hadn't deliberately expanded, these past 2 days he'd brought back some people when going out, and some in the compound had come voluntarily to join. Before anyone noticed, just among young male enforcers there were already over 50. These people can search a building very quickly. Lu Zhang could clearly sense how many people were in each building. With specialized lock-picking subordinates, even if the occupants wanted to resist, they could only become prisoners. The properties in Longwan residential area aren't cheap. People living here more or less have some assets. Many of them actually have no food left but are barely holding on. The Sacred Society gathered them, promising food in exchange for work, and many were willing to join. Those unwilling to join all became bait in the hierarchy. Management, formal members, laborers, and bait. This is the current hierarchy within Longwan residential area. At all times, people are divided into different classes. Only this way can proper management be maintained. Building 4 next to Building 5 was completely cleared out. The original residents were relocated, and this became the residence for formal members. Most people are bottom-tier laborers who aren't entitled to occupy entire rooms. They are accommodated 10 to a room, with men and women separated. Even married couples must separate according to regulations. The women are housed in Building 6 on the opposite side of Building 5, which was similarly cleared out. Full members are allocated 1 room per person. Since these apartments all have 3 bedrooms and a living room, this means 3 people share 1 bedroom, children not counting toward this limit. Laborers must work to eat, but full members receive 2 basic meals daily even without work assignments. Everything proceeded smoothly until they reached Building 12, where an unexpected situation arose. "President, there's a superpowered individual here." Lu Zhang also sensed it. He hadn't bothered monitoring others in the compound before, never expecting a superpowered person among them. However, sensing the individual's energy level at just the basic 10 points, he knew they could be easily controlled. He immediately restrained all 4 limbs and head of the superpowered person, then ordered someone to open the door and enter the room. Inside were a man and woman. The man appeared in his 20s while the woman looked about 50. Seeing intruders and finding themselves immobilized, the woman quickly spoke up. "Spare me. I have special abilities. I can work for you." Lu Zhang came before her and smiled. "What is your ability?" Hearing this, Han Lanfang quickly replied, "I can mark any object. Within a certain range, I can sense their precise locations." "Can you distinguish between different marked targets?" Lu Zhang asked. Yes, I can," she hurriedly answered. "That's actually quite a useful ability. Alright, you'll temporarily serve as the building manager for the women's dormitory." Lu Zhang thought her ability might prove valuable in the future, though possibly useless too, but there was no harm keeping her around. Han Lanfang regained her mobility and kept thanking him, but suddenly noticed Lu Zhang's smile freeze, which frightened her into silence. "There's another superhuman. How dare they attack my people? Taking the stairs would be too slow." Lu Zhang stepped directly off the 6th floor balcony, descending step by step as if walking on invisible stairs, quickly arriving at Building 13. Chapter 25. My husband has a very beautiful cousin. Please keep reading. The Esper inside had his brain frozen by Lu Zhang, completely incapable of further thought. He couldn't even mobilize his primal energy anymore, thus posing no threat. The injured Zhang Yunhu, noticing the man's strange condition, guessed that Lu Zhang had intervened and thus ceased his own movements, waiting for Lu Zhang's judgment. Sure enough, within minutes, Lu Zhang appeared before them. President, this man possesses an ability to launch wind blades. He got me with one, Zhang Yunhu said while raising his simply bandaged arm. Kill him. Zhang Yunhu was momentarily stunned and asked, President, he's an esper quite valuable. Should we really just kill him directly? Lu Zhang patted his shoulder and said with a smile, he injured you, tried to kill you, and moved against my people. Whether ordinary person or esper, he deserves death. Do it. Upon hearing this, Zhang Yunhu couldn't help showing emotion, never expecting Lu Zhang to value him so highly. A feeling of a scholar dies for his bosom friend welled up in his heart. The boss actually killed a superhuman just because they injured me. He's truly righteous. Following such a boss is definitely worth it. Zhang Yunhu nodded heavily, then plunged his knife into the man's heart, stabbing several times in succession. Lu Zhang released the time-space freeze. As the man's consciousness returned, he couldn't even utter a word before his body collapsed to the ground. Lu Zhang personally participated in checking every building afterwards. No new superhumans were found, and by noon, all personnel and supplies in Longwan residential area had been gathered. Actually, there weren't many people left. With 20 buildings, the maximum capacity would be over 2,000 people. But during work hours, many went out and got infected. Adding subsequent deaths, survivors in the entire compound numbered no more than 300. Final statistics showed the Sacred Society had gathered 387 people in total, including Lu Zhang himself. The numbers were small. Even with current supplies, they could last 3 to 4 months. But for long-term stability, more supplies were still needed. If we completely empty the large supermarket opposite Tiantong Shopping Mall, the supplies should be enough to feed these people for half a year. At noon, Lu Zhang led over 20 people and drove to Tiantong Shopping Mall. Uncle Air had already died. During one night plus a morning, the monster corpses had piled up into a small hill, burying the space-time flying blade beneath them. Hungry beasts jumped down from above and devoured Uncle Air. After taking protective measures, he first had everyone collect blood crystals. As for supplies and such, they were secondary concerns to him personally. After all, he would never go hungry regardless of circumstances. Powerful strength is the true guarantee of everything. This harvest was quite substantial, over 3,800 pieces in total. Combined with yesterday's gains, Lu Zhang's primordial energy had now accumulated to more than 15,400 points. If he consumed all his primordial energy at once, he could stop time within a 15 cubic meter space. There were too many piled up corpses at this location, so they changed to another intersection. They placed one of Brother Leopard's former underlings at the road center as bait to continue luring monsters. His subordinates then followed him into the supermarket to transport supplies. Looking at the vehicles on the road, Chen Yao spoke up. Chairman, I suggest installing some guardrails along both sides of the elevated road to mark safe boundaries. This way everyone can clearly identify passable areas. Later, when we establish outposts in certain locations, we won't need your personal supervision for transportation between them. Also, I propose selecting the gas station as our first outpost. When the time comes, we'll still need you to establish a defensive layer around the gas station. Lu Zhang nodded upon hearing this and patted Chen Yao's shoulder with a smile. No wonder they sent you here as deputy manager at such young age, old Chen, even assigning you a pretty secretary too. You're really capable. This is an excellent suggestion. Go ahead and organize the team to implement it. I'll take care of the gas station part. Encouraged by the praise, Chen Yao continued enthusiastically. I have another suggestion. Currently we have abundant supplies but face distribution issues regarding food. Eating meat and eating bread should be differentiated even when equally filling. I propose not distributing supplies directly to lower ranks but instead issuing a unified currency like equivalent. At the same time, we should establish a trading post where different types of food are priced and sold separately. This way, those who want better food will need to work harder to earn it, while those at the bottom can still fill their stomachs with cheaper options. With this hierarchy in place, people will naturally strive harder. Upon hearing this, Lu Zhang raised a thumb in approval and praised again. Truly worthy of your capitalist background. Excellent. I approve. Go discuss with Along and the chief doctor to draft a framework. As for the equivalent currency, let's distribute food coupons. Understood. I'll arrange it as soon as we return. Seeing that all his proposals were accepted by Lu Zhang, Chen Yao felt greatly trusted and deeply satisfied. For a high-level employee like him, being recognized was a realization of self-worth. Chen Yao's execution was swift. Within an hour, the boundaries of the elevated passage from Tiantong Mall to Longwan Residential Complex were clearly marked. Simultaneously, he returned to the complex to consult with Zhang Yunlong and Koeng, finalizing plans for the new institutions, the trading post and food coupon printing office, along with their implementation steps. By the afternoon, Lu Zhang had established defense layers at the 3 gas stations and connected them to the aerial passageway. Meanwhile, the first edition of food coupons had already been printed, complete with anti-counterfeiting measures. Talent indeed exists among the common people. This residential area unexpectedly had individuals who mastered such techniques. Chen Yao brought the first edition of food coupons to be issued for Lu Zhang's inspection. Chairman, our flour reserves are the most abundant, so the food coupons are pegged to flour, divided into 3 denominations, 100 grams, 250 grams, and 500 grams. According to current standards, laborers will be paid one 100-gram coupon per day, which can be exchanged for exactly one piece of bread and half a bottle of water. The pricing of various supplies will be determined through discussion between me and Brother Long, with final approval from the First Lady. What do you think? I think it's good. Get it done today and implement it tomorrow. It's not just about food, various clothing items and other goods can also be priced and sold. That small square in front of Building 10 will be designated as a free trading market where those women can also make a living. Lu Zhang wouldn't tolerate his subordinates messing around with those women. That kind of behavior would quickly get them killed, and restless men would certainly cause trouble. With this trading system in place, not only can we protect those women, but it also incentivizes the men to work harder for themselves. President, your wisdom is truly admirable. Chen Yao revealed the standard smile of a capitalist. Lu Zhang was in a good mood. With such capable subordinates, he could relax and enjoy himself. Returning to his room, he saw Luo Zijuan waiting there. No new clients today. Why are you still here? Did you miss me? As he spoke, he sat beside her and pulled her into his embrace without hesitation, completely disregarding Chen Yunqing's shocked gaze as she was giving lessons to Gufian and the others. Luo Zijuan didn't resist, saying somewhat embarrassedly, "Now that you've taken control of the entire compound, I don't have any resources to introduce to you. But I can't accept giving up this income." She had already chosen this fallen path. Having only completed one transaction, she naturally couldn't resign herself to stopping now. So, what do you plan to do? Lu Zhang asked with keen interest. Luo Zijuan looked at Lu Zhang and said, "My husband has a very pretty cousin named Su Wani. She's a singing streamer. When we could still make calls, they talked on the phone. She lives not far away in the Xinqing home community. If you find her, can that count as my referral?" Chapter 26, Honey, you're amazing. Brother Wang is such a good man. Please keep reading. Lu Zhang said with a smile. What a wonderful sister-in-law you are, introducing her to me. Does your husband agree to this? Luo Zijuan said through clenched teeth. His agreement doesn't matter. The food and drink he consumes now are all obtained through me, and he even uses what I provide to give to other women. The only reason I haven't kicked him out is for our child's sake. Lu Zhang naturally understood that the other woman she mentioned was Lu Yujiao. The current situation was this: Luo Zijuan worked hard to obtain food from him. Wang Su used his wife's gains to support Lu Yujiao, his own ex-girlfriend, a perfect closed loop. In his previous life, Lu Yujiao had caused his miserable death. Lu Zhang didn't want her to die easily. This time he planned to have some proper fun with her first. Lu Zhang felt he was truly a great philanthropist. Wang Su should be deeply grateful to him. After all, not only was he helping Wang Su support his wife, but he was also indirectly supporting Lu Yujiao. Soon, he might even help support Wang's cousin. I'm really too kind. Ha ha, fine, I'll count this as your turn. Since you're here already, you should contribute some labor. More than an hour later, Luo Zijuan returned home with today's payment. Wang Su was already waiting at the door. Seeing her return, he hurried to help carry the things. The moment the door closed, he couldn't wait to ask, "Honey, how did it go? Did Lu Zhang agree to help us rescue cousin?" Su Wani's parents fell ill and passed away during her university years. Having suffered consecutive blows, she had to start making a living early by entering the live streaming industry. Not having accepted certain hints from above made her career progress difficult. All along, it had been Wang Su who actively helped support her. Upon seeing the aerial passage established by Lu Zhang, Wang Su immediately thought of asking for his help to rescue their cousin. But knowing he himself was in no position to make such a request, he could only ask his wife to intervene, hoping Ruan Xingxue might whisper in Lu Zhang's ear to achieve their goal through this indirect approach. Luo Zijuan initially refused, thinking her husband was being rather unrealistic. Women like Ruan Xingxue, who depended entirely on Lu Zhang, had no standing to make demands, let alone someone like herself who was merely a visiting cleaner. But then it occurred to her that perhaps she could shift her approach. Maybe this cousin could repay her sister-in-law's care during this difficult period. He agreed. He'll go tomorrow. Overjoyed by this news, Wang Su exclaimed, "Wonderful! You're amazing, dear." As he spoke, he attentively guided Luo Zijuan to sit on the sofa, massaging her legs and shoulders. Catching the fragrance of her shampoo, he suddenly remarked, "Honey, your job is really great. You can even use the shower facilities there. I heard they use purified water for their showers. We don't even have enough drinking water, yet they shower every day. It's truly extravagant." Luo Zijuan sighed inwardly. "If I don't shower, people will look down on me, and then you won't even have food to eat. Alright, I'm tired. I'm going to rest. Keep half of these things, you can decide what to do with the rest." She had performed well today, and Lu Zhang allowed her to share some food. The quality was naturally excellent, and she wanted very much to bring some to her son, but that was clearly impossible. Lu Yujiao, who had been hiding in the secondary bedroom, only came out after hearing the sound of Luo Zijuan closing her bedroom door. Knowing that the latter didn't like her, and wanting to avoid being kicked out to squeeze together with those so-called laborers while still getting food without working, she tried not to provoke her. When Wang Su saw her come out, he immediately approached eagerly with mineral water and instant noodles, saying, "Yujiao, these are for you. Eat quickly, don't starve yourself." Lu Yujiao immediately said softly, "Thank you, brother Wang. When this apocalypse is over, I'll surely repay you and sister-in-law properly. If I don't get the chance in this lifetime, I'll repay you even if I have to be reborn as your ox or horse." "Ah, no need for that. It's only natural for us men to protect delicate women like you." Wang Su straightened his back as he spoke. He always hunched in front of Luo Zijuan, so he particularly enjoyed talking with Lu Yujiao. "You're truly a good man." Lu Yujiao praised him again, which Wang Su found quite flattering. Little did he know, she was secretly despising him. This man was merely living off his wife after all. Such men were ultimately unreliable. But with the entire residential complex now under Lu Zhang's control, she knew perfectly well she couldn't survive on her own. She needed to maintain this pitiful act and wait for the right opportunity. The next day, the Sacred Society began issuing food ration coupons, establishing a trading post at the lobby of Building 5, Unit 1. Rice, flour, cooking oil, even vegetables and fruits, gas canisters, solar stoves, and other items, including the occupancy rights to several now vacant single rooms in the residential buildings, all had assigned prices. Theoretically speaking, as long as one had enough food coupons, they could live a comfortable life. However, obtaining food coupons was difficult. They could only be earned by completing labor tasks assigned by the Sacred Divine Society. Ordinary tasks like cleaning and sanitation were already oversaturated and yielded little reward. The only true opportunity for wealth was by joining the expedition teams. Thus, when Lu Zhang selected members for today's outdoor assignment, everyone was brimming with enthusiasm. They first arrived at the intersection near Tiantong Shopping Plaza to harvest blood crystals. Lu Zhang offered an incentive. For every 100 blood crystals collected, one would be rewarded with 2 liang of food coupons. As a result, what was once their most despised and revolting task became an activity of fierce competition. In the end, the top performer dug up over 800 blood crystals alone, earning a reward of 1 jin and 6 liang in food coupons equivalent to striking it rich overnight. That amount was enough to feed a laborer for 8 whole days. The final cleanup work was also completed quickly. Indeed, mobilizing the initiative of subordinates is the way to improve efficiency. Lu Zhang thought for a moment, then had people bring 2 new baits and placed them at different intersections, thus increasing the efficiency of obtaining blood crystals. After arranging matters here, Lu Zhang led a group of people, laying new elevated pathways while heading towards the Xinqing Jiayuan residential area. Today marked the 7th day since the apocalypse began. Suwani lifted a corner of the curtain to observe the situation outside. Her bottom raised up, with only the upper part of her face above the nose protruding, like a little mouse cautiously looking around. Upon seeing the female corpse being devoured in front of Building 4 opposite, she quickly pulled back. From behind came the voice of her best friend, Yao Meihan. "Wan, stop looking. If they discover us, we'll be in trouble. I've read many such novels. Beauties like us would definitely face a fate worse than death if caught by those people." Suwani turned her head inside, saying, "But we can't stay here forever. We need to find a way to change our situation." Their other good friend Chiyu agreed. "Exactly, our remaining food won't last more than 2 days. At the very least, we need to figure out how to get more supplies." Yao Meihan looked at the voluptuous Chiyu and said irritably, "You're the one who eats the most anyway. With all that fat on you, you won't die from a few days of hunger." Chiyu pouted but didn't argue back, partly because she was the youngest in the group and partly because Yao Meihan wasn't wrong. Alright, Suwani mediated. "Our Yaya here is a food streamer. Controlling her appetite isn't easy. Besides, if she hadn't brought all that food for my birthday party, we wouldn't have lasted this long." But Yao Meihan suddenly turned serious. "We need to face survival realities. Though it's embarrassing to say, with our combat skills, going down for supplies would be suicide. The only way is to trade with our bodies. I don't want to die, so I'll go. You need to give me an answer, otherwise any food I get won't be shared with you." Chapter 27. She's really beautiful. Your sister-in-law didn't lie to me. Please keep reading. Yao Meihan's words left both girls silent. They had been deliberately avoiding this issue these past few days, but now it was truly time to consider it. Seeing the 2 girls remain speechless, Yao Meihan laughed self-deprecatingly. "Alright, seems I'm the only one choosing to live in degradation. I was always meant to be sold anyway, kept at a high price all these years, only for this damn apocalypse to break out. Now I'll have to sell cheap, but I still want to live. Don't worry, I won't reveal your whereabouts when I go out. If I get played to death, that'll be my own choice." Suwani suddenly hugged Yao Meihan and couldn't help but cry. "Enough, don't be bitter. If only I had superpowers, I'd definitely make you my private plaything. Yao Meihan said while grabbing Suwani's ample bosom. Suwani stopped crying and rolled her eyes. This female rascal still had the mood to joke at a time like this. Sigh, truth be told, I don't know if I'd really choose to sell myself when starving to death. But at least now, I'd rather die. Hubby, hug me too. Shiyu moved closer and embraced Yao Meihan as she spoke. This might be their last beautiful moment together, and all of them were savoring it. Suddenly, a car horn shattered the lingering atmosphere between them. Suwani instinctively turned to check by the window and discovered 3 additional vehicles had appeared in the compound, with 7 or 8 people getting out. Numerous hungry beasts were drawn by the horn sound in the surroundings, yet those people remained completely unperturbed. When the beasts charged within about 10 meters of them, they suddenly seemed to collide against sharp blades, being sliced into multiple pieces. This time, Lu Zhang's released spatial flying blades took vertical strip shapes. He called this skill flying blade fence. Multiple blades working together provided more thorough protection. Zhang Yunhu took out a megaphone and shouted, "Is Suwani still alive? Your sister-in-law Luo Zijuan asked us to rescue you." Hearing these words, Suwani's mind buzzed with disbelief. These people were actually here for her. What have I done to deserve this? Shiyu asked excitedly. Sister Wanwan, is your sister-in-law some hidden big shot? You're asking me. How would I know? Probably not. My sister-in-law is just a middle school teacher. Suwani replied weakly. I know. Your sister-in-law must have found a powerful awakened being as her protector, and he must really dote on her. Otherwise, why would they take such risks to save you? Let's go find your sister-in-law now, Yao Meihan said excitedly. Having a powerful backer meant she might avoid becoming some plaything for multiple men. Of course she was thrilled. This seemed the most plausible explanation, but it gave rise to a disturbing thought in Suwani's mind. Are you saying my cousin is already dead? Yao Meihan grabbed her arm and said, That's not important now. All we need to know is that your sister-in-law is our only hope. You don't want to become those beasts' plaything either, do you? This is our only chance for a fresh start. Shiyu also nodded vigorously and said, Right, let's hurry downstairs. If they can't find us and leave, we'll be done for. With the urgency of the situation leaving no time for further contemplation, the 3 hastily descended the stairs. Lu Zhang sensed movement from several floors. The first to emerge was a middle-aged man in a suit who shouted at Lu Zhang's group. I'm Luo Yanjun, the richest man in West District. Take me home and I'll give each of you 1 million. Zhang Yunhu and the others exchanged bewildered glances. Was this guy an idiot? With the whole world in chaos now, not just 1 million, even 100 million would be worthless paper. How could someone still think money could solve problems? Luo Yanjun had no choice. He'd come here to visit his kept mistress only to get trapped, unable to contact his wife and children at home, leaving him desperate. His only remaining bargaining chip was money. 10 million. I'll give each of you 10 million. Just take me with you, he continued pleading. Zhang Yunhu roared angrily. Get lost. Don't interfere with our important business. At that moment, a woman in her 20s with decent looks came running from behind him. Luo Yanjun grabbed her and pushed her forward, saying to Zhang Yunhu, Big brothers, if you take me with you, this woman is yours. When Zhang Yunhu and his men saw the woman, their eyes lit up. She was quite attractive. Among all the women in Longwan residential area, only those under Lu Zhang's protection could match her standard. This couldn't help but plant some different ideas in Zhang Yunhu's mind. Lu Zhang patted his shoulder and said with a laugh, Ahu, if you like her, take her along. Hearing this, Zhang Yunhu chuckled and said to the woman, Come here. Gan Jinxiu trembled slightly at his words but obediently walked toward Zhang Yunhu, with Luo Yanjun following closely behind. Watching Zhang Yunhu embrace the college student he'd been spending 200,000 yuan per month to keep, Luo Yanjun felt a sting in his heart, though he maintained a smiling face. Big brother, she's yours now. Just send me back to Lakeside Villa District. Zhang Yunhu drew a knife from behind and stabbed it straight into Luo Yanjun's neck, then kicked him away while laughing sinisterly. Once you're dead, she'll be mine. The 3 girls who had run to the stairwell entrance were startled by this scene, freezing instinctively. Lu Zhang had already noticed them and pointed in their direction, saying, There are 3 women over there, bring them here for questioning. Hearing this, Zhang Yunhu immediately released the woman in his arms and led 3 men toward the stairwell. The moment Zhang Yunhu saw their faces, he immediately realized these women were likely Lu Zhang's, so he adopted a respectful attitude. Ladies, please come with us. Our association leader wishes to see you. The 3 women initially wanted to flee when they saw Zhang Yunhu approaching, but found their feet glued to the ground. By the time they could move again, they were already surrounded. Suwani clenched her teeth and stepped forward boldly, saying, I'm Suwani, Luo Zijuan is my sister-in-law, and my cousin is Wang Su. Perfect timing. Please come with us. We have ample food and a secure environment. Zhang Yunhu became even more deferential. He knew Luo Zijuan had a special relationship with the boss. While not one of the official wives, she still held considerable influence. Additionally, with this woman being so beautiful, if the boss took her in, the combined influence would make her someone he absolutely couldn't afford to offend. Suwani gathered her courage and led her two friends to stand before Lu Zhang. Lu Zhang looked her up and down with an appraising gaze. She wore her hair in twin buns, dressed in a cardigan and jeans, with perfectly proportioned facial features and a commendable figure. Nodding in satisfaction, he remarked, "Truly beautiful. Your sister-in-law didn't lie to me." As he spoke, he abruptly pulled Suwani into an embrace, then turned his attention to Yao Meihan and Shiyu, nodding approvingly again. "These two aren't bad either. Excellent, this trip was worth it. Come, you're all mine now." Suwani panicked and tried to break free, but found it completely ineffective. At that moment, Lu Zhang's demonic voice whispered in her ear, "Resistance means death for all three of you, and your sister-in-law's entire family." She immediately stopped struggling. Just as Lu Zhan was about to leave with them, an angry shout came from the distance. "Leave them! They're mine!" A man with flames dancing in his hands rushed over from building number 7 nearby, leading a group of people. His predatory gaze locked onto Suwani and her two friends with intense possessiveness.